Hello, Mid-Michigan, and welcome to our Woods Household pregame show. Chris Spockman at Ithaca High School for the third time this year, but we're not covering the Yellow Jackets. It is 10-2 Beal City versus 12-0 Fowler in the Division 8 state semifinals. Two teams that matched up in the district final 2 years ago that saw Fowler winning that game. What a matchup we have for you here today. The Fowler Eagles and the Beal City Aggies. This is the game to get to the game. A lot of times this is the toughest one to win, to get yourself a chance to walk onto Ford Field and win your team and town a state championship. If you joined us last week in Iron Mountain, I kind of made the joke that you've heard me on a whole lot of pre-games this fall. You've heard me talk a whole lot of Beal City Aggie football, so I think it's a whole lot better to hear from the head coach than it is to hear from this guy. And so that's what we're going to do, is we've got another great pre-game interview with head coach Brad Gross that we're going to send it off to. Then we're going to have a nice little commercial break here from some of our friends, including Woods Household, the sponsor of our pregame show. And then when we come back, it is pretty much going to be time for kickoff. So enjoy my conversation with Brad Gross at the end of this. If you haven't seen the Beal City hype video for this week, make sure you check it out. I'll even say it's pretty darn awesome. Big shout out to my buddy Adam Gursky down on the field, making sure we can get those great camera shots. It is Beal City Championship football here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. 12-0 Fowler is technically the home team across the way here at Ithaca High School. It is packed with blue and white already. Fans starting to come in for the navy blue and white for the Fowler Eagles. It's Beal City. It's Fowler. Chance to go to the state championship on the line. It is the Woods Household pregame show. We're going to head into my conversation with Brad Gross. Then we'll have that hype video, and we will be back. Get you set up for kickoff. Talk about the starters and for Beal City and a couple of the guys to watch out for this undefeated Fowler team. It is the Woods Household pregame show. Back more in just a little bit. Here's my conversation with Brad Gross. In the coach's room here at Beal City, talking with Coach Gross, and I didn't think we could have a better battle than 21-14 over Glen Lake a couple weeks ago. But 14-7 versus Iron Mountain, I'm going to use the phrase, it was a game of will, not skill. Kind of two evenly matched teams. It was kind of who wants it more. Do you agree with that?
No, I would agree with that. I think part of the thing was we had plays go our way, or things kind of go our way, or we made the plays. I guess you could say that. We made the plays, and they just didn't. And when you get through two evenly matched teams, it's usually the team that makes the play that wins the game. And I think the stop before the half, we made that play, and I think that's what kind of turn the tides.
Yeah, if people didn't watch that game, Iron Mountain was up 7-0. You guys had a fumble on the kickoff with about 3 minutes left in the half, 4 minutes left in the half. They drove down, got a first and goal, but didn't have any timeouts left. And if they take a delay a game in the first quarter, we might not be talking today.
Yeah,
or at least this interview isn't before practice, I'll say. They had 3 plays inside the 5 before the half. Just take me through it, man.
Oh, it was just like, oh my God, that clock can't run quick enough, really. It's like, so we stuffed them. It's like, all right, and they didn't. We knew they didn't have any timeouts. So it's just kind of like, and then I actually heard from the sideline they say, run the same one. So I'm yelling, they're running the same play, and it's. Our guys adjusted. They played. They knew the task at hand. We had to keep them out, and those credit to all those guys on defense. They just did a good job and kept them out of the end zone. So it was wild. It was kind of like, wow.
Was there any part of you that thought about calling a timeout? Because you still had some in your bag, and I imagine they get down. I think after the first run, I feel like that's when maybe you're like, second and third down, you guys kind of stuffed them pretty good. Was there any
thought? We thought about it. Charlie actually said something to me about it. He's like, hey, do we want to think about calling any timeouts here? And I'm like, not really. I don't think we necessarily we were thinking obviously with 2 or 3 minutes to go. But then all of a sudden it's like, as it's kind of got going, I was like, you know what, I'm just going to kind of let it play out. And luckily it was the right call, because if we would have called any of those timeouts, they probably could have scored. So, I mean, we were thinking about it, but we were lucky we did what we did.
Yeah, like you said, it's this, I'll compare it to basketball. You get the rebound with 10 seconds left. It's a tie game. Do you call a timeout, let them sit there? You know what I mean? Kind of that opposite thing.
Yeah, and if we would have, we thought about it. If we do that, then maybe they have some time, and they were out. So it's kind of like, just let the kids decide it on the field. And I was glad we did what we did. I mean, it's tough. I would hate to be in their coach's shoes with that. You know what I mean? It's a tough call, and it's not easy.
Yep.
So I kind of I feel for him maybe a little bit, because it's not, when you're doing it in the moment, it's like, if you make the right call, you look like a genius. If you don't, you feel like, not like an idiot. So
and it's one of those things too. You go back to a certain place, a certain time. You maybe, you know what I mean, use those timeouts early and don't have, like I said, it's just those tough coaching decisions. The quote unquote Monday morning quarterback. We could always go back and say woulda, shoulda, coulda.
Oh, for sure. I mean, and we were just lucky it worked our way.
Yep. So going into half. You're down 7-0, but it probably didn't feel like that, did it?
No, I thought we played really well. We were running the football, and we were doing, we just didn't make a play. You know what I'm saying? And I've kind of said that kind of all year. We've talked about a bunch of plays that was like, we just need to make that one play to get us off, start feeling good. Yep. And we got that one play, and we got a first down, and Kyler made that scramble that really got it, kept the drive alive, and then we throw it to Garrison for a touchdown, and then it was like, okay, now we're cruising. And that's just kind of what it was.
Yeah, we're going to kind of go through that a little bit there. So we talked about Hunter McDonald's blocked punt last week just being so huge. Maybe one of the biggest plays, since you've been a coach. That Drew block interception, got back-to-back weeks. Defensive play just kind of right there, defensive special teams.
Yep.
The time and place when that happened. You guys kind of had a bad punt. They were still up 7-0. And again, I'm going to go with a battle of will, not skill, because you look at the 2 zeros that were matching up that whole game, Kangas and Block. They were 2 elite athletes just battling it out all game long, but that was will, not skill, that went and got that football. They both had their hands on it, and again, maybe Drew, you got a little lucky with the way he kind of was able to roll out with it with the football, but I just feel like that was 2 evenly matched competitors and not trying to take anything away from Kangas. He was an amazing player, but I feel like Drew he wanted that ball a little bit more.
Well, and I think I said it before, you will yourself to make those plays. Somebody has to make a play, and that was a Drew block that football game, really. I mean, I talked to somebody else, says, all I heard on the radio was Drew block. Well, he played a great football game. I mean, he did have a fumble, but he also had an interception. He had a long touchdown run. He was running hard in between the tackles all night, and he had another time where we didn't even talk about the one where it was on our sideline where he was right in great position and the other guy ran him over and it was offensive pass interference. So he made a good play there. And again, I've said it before, guys got to make plays, and if you don't make plays you get this stage of the game, you might not come out on top.
Yep. And then you talked about the Garrison Zucker touchdown, but I almost feel like the bigger play in that drive was the Kyler Smith. The only way to describe it is the Eli Manning scramble, because he's getting wrung down by the neck almost and somehow kind of ducks his way out of that. And then, as we've talked about a bunch this year, as a sophomore, he's looking to run the football, but he's also keeping his eyes downfield. And that was another one of those moments where he kind of tucks it in, and then all of a sudden he sees number 4 Zucker down there. He pulls it back out and zips it down there. And it was funny talking to him after the game. He's like, I just don't think when that's, you know what I mean? He's like, I can't think when that's happened or whatever. And I was like, part of me wanted to say, like, that's actually a really good thing for you to say that.
He just reacts. He just reacts and lets his talent take over and lets his athletic ability take over. And it just sees it and does it, and sometimes if you're analyzing it too much and thinking about this, then it gets in your head. Just go play football. And sometimes I go back to what I always tell the kids the first day of practice, like the name of this game is still to tackle the guy with the ball and score touchdowns. It's just keep it as simple as you want. So, I mean, all these X's and O's, you have to do all those things and you have to learn those. But really, in the end of the day, just tackle the guy with the football and score touchdowns, and you're good.
Yeah, and Kyler said he had that touchdown pass to Block last week, and then again that throw, and then that kind of led to the touchdown throw to Garrison. Like I said, we've talked about plays and big plays, but there's those 2 pass plays, each of them coming in the second half now with Kyler Smith, where he avoids a rush that I don't think he really has any business avoiding. Like I said, that's just his athletic ability taking over there and making a special play. What was the sideline like after Zucker turned on the Jets and went in for that TD?
Oh, it was pretty electric. I mean, I know I was pretty pumped, but it was just that play. You just needed to get off of it, and everybody was kind of like, yeah, we can win this. It kind of just gave us that, we can win this, and it was pretty special to go there and do what we did.
Yeah, Block's touchdown run, that was the first time in a couple games I've been able to say, shout out to one of my sponsors here, Clark So Big, or Howell So Big, you could drive a Clark Modular home through it.
Yeah.
And so I want to give Block the credit, but your offensive line, they did such a great job, and that was a big Iron Mountain team, and you guys were able to run the football pretty well against them.
Yeah, we did a great job opening up holes and making sure we did the right things, and that's what you got to do when it comes to this time of the year, is you have to do that. And those guys have got some continuity up there now. They're playing really well. Jace Faber and Drew Gross and Parker Sienkiewicz and Wyatt and Caleb Leonard and those other guys that fill in. Hunter McDonald fills in there, and other guys fill in, and Nick Irvin fills in there. But all those guys are starting to kind of figure some stuff out and kind of get the ball rolling.
How key is that to have 7, 8 guys that can not only go out there on the offensive line, but defensive line, and you feel comfortable with it?
Yeah, well, I credit that to Coach Martin because he always says that. That's one of his big things is I want to have 4 guards because I got to have 4 guards, and I got to have 4 tackles and at least 2 cents. He wants to have a double backup in about every spot. So I give credit to him with that. That's one thing he's always done, and that's kind of been his motto is that we need to have rep guys, and we do that all year. So Coach Martin does a great job of repping those guys in, but the other thing it does, it kind of keeps us fresh. I think that was one of the keys to the game early in the week was they only have 12 or 11 guys, and we have 14, 15, and if we can do that and wear them down a little bit, now we have fresh guys in there as where they don't. So, hey, it works. It worked this week, and it's been working for us, so that's what we always try and do.
I'm glad we kind of got to talk about that because I always talk about when we get to the playoffs, there's 5 guys from Beal City you got to stop when there's only 2 for an Iron Mountain kind of a thing, but it's the same thing for the line. Like I said, you got 7 good running backs, you got 7 good offensive linemen. It's just as important to have that rotation there.
Well, yeah, absolutely, and it's kind of the same thing. We don't always get the love for All-State and All-Region and all that good stuff, and that's another topic for another day we could absolutely talk about. But I did our All-Region voting, and I have 2 guys All-Region. And Harbor Beach had 7. Well, here we're playing, but they can have all the all-region guys they want. We're playing this weekend. They're not. And I'm not saying anything bad about Harbor Beach. I just use that and they had a lot of great football players. So and I think that's kind of our motto this year is individuals play the game, teams win championships.
Well, and, you and I have talked about that for you guys. You need to, instead of looking at, well, all right, he had 454 yards. Well, yeah, he did it on 44 carries, and he had 9 touchdowns. Yeah. You know what I mean, kind of a thing. But again, they're doing the best they can. That's well as you and I were joking. Maybe one of these days I'll be able to get a little bit of pull there and try this. But then I'll be the ultimate homer for you guys. But we'll see how that goes if it ever gets there.
Well, yeah. When you say some of that, some of our stats is we had 28 scoring drives this year. Out of 51, and 28 of them were 3 plays or less. So, that's a pretty good stat. We had 14 one-play drives for 500 yards, 7 two-play drives, and 7 three-play drives.
Yep,
and those are scoring touchdowns.
And that's where, you and I have talked again. As I continue to do more and more, maybe if I get some pull, why not a senior All-State, junior All-State? There's so many different things that can be done, but it's a lot of work to do it. But I'm raising my hand as a volunteer that nobody can see me or whatever if somebody needs to help.
Sure.
Yeah. The ride back. I tell you what, for me and my buddy Gursky, you had the time change the opposite way. It just seemed like it took forever to get to the bridge, but I couldn't imagine what it would have been like in another scenario. What was that ride back for you guys?
Well, it was tight. The kids were tired, obviously, but they had the music pumping coming out of Iron Mountain, and they were dancing, not dancing, but they were singing, and the spirits were really good, and the bus ride was way easier with a W than it would have been with an L. So it wasn't bad. We stopped and
at what point?
Fairly quick.
At what point did the kids kind of go vroom, and everybody kind of starts?
It didn't take very long. Yeah. Everybody was after about 20, 25 minutes, it was kind of like, all right, we got a long bus ride home. Yeah. They knew it, but again, once we got to St. Ignace, because we all got out there and everybody kind of got something to eat, and you could tell that the kids' spirits kind of were they were in good spirits. So it was really fun to do, really fun to win on their field. I know we talked about that. It's like we don't have to, we get to go there, and we have the opportunity, and it's the same thing this week. We get to go to the semifinals. To take that that's a big thing, and it's a team thing. So.
Yep. And I'll compare it to the quarterfinals and a lot of other sports. I'm going to be talking with Krista Davis, later, talking Sacred Heart volleyball as they have a chance to go to states. It's that game to get to the game, per se. Sometimes that's the toughest one, I feel like.
Oh, it is. And we have a chance to go play at Ford Field if we can win the next game. We have that chance. We get to go make that chance. So, that'll be something we talk about the kids here coming up in practice is like, make sure we work our butts off. Make sure we do the things we need to do to prepare yourself, because you never know when these opportunities are going to present themselves again. You think you get these, you do these regional. You guys are always in the regional. Always in the, no, you're not always. It's not that easy. So enjoy it when you're there and do what you need to do to take advantage of your opportunities.
Yeah, like I said, as well as you got a young team, but you need to make sure those young guys know we are not guaranteed to win anything next year. You know what I mean? You go
Absolutely.
back. You go back to, was it 2017, you come into that year thinking you're going to have a really good year, and then one running back goes down, another running back goes down, another running back goes, another running back,
Yep, exactly.
You never know what's going to happen.
Owen McKinney doesn't. This is his last time. Drew Block doesn't.
Awesome. Yep.
Caleb Leonard doesn't. I mean, you go right down the this is it for them. So you play for the team and you play for at that time, and like you said, my son's a sophomore. Oh yeah, he should have a lot more chances, but you don't know. I mean,
and in all reality, there's only two more. There's only two more chances.
All of a sudden you think, oh, he just started, and now he's only got two more chances? Man, seems like it just started yesterday, but it is what it is.
Fowler, just top tier program and everything, similar to you guys, whether it's basketball, whether it's baseball, whether it's football, they're always really good. They're 12-0 on the year. The one common opponent you guys fell to McBain in a really close game, had a chance to go up late. They beat McBain by a touchdown, but you guys were also missing a couple key players then. You got some more continuity, and so it's one of those people, already asking me, well, who's going to, I'm like, you get to this point, it's toss-up. You flip the coin.
Everybody has different seasons, and we had different seasons too. We had some guys out and some guys back, and we get another guy back this week. Reese comes back this week, so we'll have Reese at our disposal this week, and he hasn't played the last couple weeks. And then Drew wasn't playing obviously early, and Wyatt was hurt early, and Eric was a little banged up. I don't remember in that McBain game how I think Eric did play, but he was banged up.
That's you put him, Wyatt, and Drew out there. There's three leading tacklers in the playoffs.
Aaron Locke is, because from that game to now, is a way better football player in my mind. I mean, he's just gotten so much better. Now we lost Braxton, so that kind of hurts a little bit, but it is what it is. Fowler's got a running back that number 15 that I think is out for them. I haven't heard that.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that, or there's no paper.
But he went out in the last game.
He went out. He wasn't in the last game. The rumor has it he's out for the season, so they lose that guy. So they have their guys that they lost. We have the guys that time of year. Yeah, we played McBain week 3. They played McBain week 9. So. And McBain had guys out that game. I know that one of their best players was out. So you take that. I mean, it's whatever. Everybody's at this stage of the game. You're in the semifinals. They're going to be good. I'm sure. It should be a great football game. We played them 2 years ago here. Got up 21-7. They came back and beat us 28-21. So or 27-21. I can't remember.
28-27.
28-27. Yes. So it's kind of like.
Like I said, you flip that coin this time, baby.
There's 1 point, and that's something that'll be harped on this week is special teams. Kickoff. It could be a Kyle Martin kick it to win it, or it could be a Kyle Martin miss to lose it. You never know. Or it could be a fumble recovery for something on a punt return. Special teams, I think, always seems like they always come either to haunt you or help you in these type of games, and it's the semifinals, man. It is what it is.
Yep, it's going to be in Ithaca, 1 o'clock kickoff Saturday. You'll be able to listen in Mid-Michigan Sports Network, Facebook, YouTube, but Fowler's going to show up big. They're only about 20 minutes away or so, and so you want to see a whole lot of white and royal blue in those stands, don't you?
Oh, absolutely, and what a great spot to have a game like this. I mean, the MHSAA probably can't be any happier. Got Beal City Fowler at Ithaca in the semifinals.
Yep, pretty darn perfect venue. It's going to be a really great Saturday once again. We'll see you there, Coach.
All right, thanks.
Let's face it, home appliances are a major investment. So when you shop for appliances, you not only want a quality product, you also want service after the sale. Woods Household has an in-store service department that will repair your appliance in your home right away. So no useless phone calls to a big box store hoping to get some answers. And no waiting for weeks to get a repair on your appliance. Shop the Woods way. We take care of our customers.
Pure sportsmanship is the most important thing in high school sports. When it comes to your home or business, Pure Plumbing just might be the most important thing. If your plumbing isn't pure, don't worry, no one needs to see the other angle. For Pure Plumbing, call 989-644-8928 or visit mipureplumbing.com. All Seasons Fireworks is a big fan of all the athletes, coaches, officials, and volunteers who make high school sports happen. To make your next event bigger and brighter, stop by All Seasons Fireworks on M20 in Mount Pleasant. Graduations, birthdays, weddings, or a big win become more memorable underneath a night sky lit up by the magic of fireworks. All Seasons Fireworks on M20 in Mount Pleasant. Weber Brothers Sawmill has been in the sawmill and logging business since 1950. Weber Brothers Sawmill by Standing Timber and Logs all over central and northern Michigan with National Hardwood Lumber Association certification. You can be assured of a professional job from the marking and cruising of your woods through the harvest. Weber Brothers Sawmill is a proud supporter of our local high school student athletes.
Bill's Custom Fab can handle any job you need, from large-scale steel building projects to fixing your favorite stainless serving pan. Bill's Custom Fab can weld and fabricate anything. Call today at 989-772-5817 or stop by on Gover Parkway in Mount Pleasant. Good luck to all of our local athletes from Bill's Custom Fab.
Hey guys, it's Tanya from Clark Modular Homes. I'm here to talk to you today about who we are and what we do. Clark's opened in 1983 and has been centrally located right here in Mount Pleasant, Michigan. We have one of the largest display centers with around 12 to 15 homes on display all year round. We have a fully experienced staff. We also have an in-house project manager who can pull our permits and coordinate our job from start to finish. We are proud to have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. We are our own contractor, making it a one-stop shop for you for your home building needs. As the owner would say, we can do it all.
Konwinski Construction offers a full range of construction services on small and large projects. Konwinski Construction is a leader in the community and are proud to support those student athletes who will be leading our community tomorrow. Konwinski Construction on Gover Parkway, Mount Pleasant. 30 years ago, November 25th, 1994, the Aggies win their first state title. So many things have changed since 1994. One thing that has not changed, Beal City Aggie football. The handoff up the middle for Jane. He's looking for room, nowhere to go. Great job by the Beal City defensive front. Since 1994, the Aggies have played 97 playoff games, won 16 district titles, and last week won an absolute war at Iron Mountain for their 15th regional championship. Final play of the first half here. They're going to try and sneak it in. He's not going to get in. He's going to be stood up at the line of scrimmage. They go long, going up. It's intercepted. Blocked, came up with it. Smith wants to throw again. Caught by Zucker on the beautiful float pass from Kyler Smith. And Zucker is gone. Drew Block gets out of a big hole up the middle. A hole so big, you can draw the Clark Modular home through it. And he is gone. Drew Block, 45 yards. Over 600 schools started playing football in August. Just over 30 have earned the right to put on their helmet one more time, hoping to be able to make those dreams come true, to put it on one last time and play for the biggest prize in high school sports, a football state championship. 30 years ago, Beal City won its first state title. Fast forward 15 years, 2009, the Aggies win their second state title. Fast forward 15 years, 2024. The Aggies, one win, 4 quarters, 48 minutes away from the opportunity to win their school, family, town, and team their third state championship. And if that doesn't have you ready to go for high school football, I don't know what will. And if it was a little too loud, well, how can that be too loud? It is Beal City. It is Fowler for the right to go play in the state championship here at Ithaca High School. You can see the clock counting down, about 4 minutes away from the national anthem and kickoff. Give me just about enough time to talk about the starting lineup for the Beal City offense. Catching the ball blocking, running the ball. You hear names, Drake Gatrell, Kyle Martin. Braxton Bukovich is out with an injury, but that young freshman still deserves to have his name called here in the pregame. Aaron Locke, Garrison Zucker, Neil Finnerty, Austin Small, Drew Block, Owen McKinney, Avery Small, Eric Elias. That's a whole lot of names, and that's one of the reasons why Beal City is so difficult to stop, because they have so many guys to go to with the football, with Mr. Kyler Smith under center or lined up in the shotgun, who is 60 of 96 on the year for 1,177 yards and 13 touchdowns. Leading the way on the ground and through the air, you've got Owen McKinney, Drew Block, along with Garrison Zucker. McKinney on the year, 82 carries for 825 yards. 8 receptions, 209 yards, 14 total TDs, 10 on the ground, 3 through the air, and 1 via a kickoff return. Mr. Drew Block, 109 carries on the year, 800 yards, 104 carries on the year, 800 yards, 12 touchdowns, 11 receptions for 178 yards, and a TD. Mr. Garrison Zucker, the leading wide receiver, with 12 receptions for 271 yards and 4 touchdowns. 30 carries for 340 yards and 4 touchdowns. Other leading wide receivers, Aaron Locke has got 7 receptions for 162 yards and a touchdown. And Drake Gatrell, the junior, has 10 receptions, 184 yards and 3 touchdowns on the year. When you talk about this Fowler offense, it kind of goes through one man, Mr. Jacob Halfman. He is their, I believe, 3-year starting quarterback now for this Fowler team. Ben Cohagen is also a name you're going to hear, along with Asher Kanishnek. Yeah, that is going to be a name that I'm going to try and get down throughout the day. But it's Beal City. It's Fowler. The right to go to Ford Field is on the line. As I said, these games to get to the States a lot of times can be the most difficult games to win, because there's just so much on the line, and you get to just get that state championship experience. If you get past this game, that's when all the newspapers start reaching out. That's when you know you are going to be on TV on Foxwell Fan Dual Sports now. You get that special experience if you win this game, and then no matter what, next week you get a trophy, because the runner-up gets a trophy and the state champion gets a trophy. And so for these two teams, there's just one trophy left to win, per se, but you have to win here today to get that opportunity. You go back 2 years ago, 28-27 in the district final, Beal City fell to this same Fowler team. One common opponent to look at from this year is McBain. Beal City fell to McBain. I want to say it was 29-24, or maybe 29-25. Beal City did have the ball late, going in for a score when they fumbled it away. Fowler beat McBain by 7 points. But again, Beal City had a chance to win that game, and few guys were not playing, were not all the way healthy. I'm talking Eric Elias, I am talking Drew Gross, and I am talking Mr. Wyatt Wilson. You add those 3 in at full strength, I think they're worth that, 10, 15-point difference if you want to say so. But we are ready to go here. We'll see who's getting the kickoff when we come back, as both teams are lined up for the national anthem, and we are ready to go. Beal City football, Fowler football, coming right up next on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. We'll be back with the opening kickoff right after this.
For over 4 decades, ENS Graphics has delivered confidence, trust, and peace of mind by providing their customers with expert service and using state-of-the-art technology. We all know in sports, what's on the inside counts the most. But when it comes to your business, school, organization, what's on the outside does matter. If your business needs anything printed, ENS Graphics can do it. If you want your club, team, organization to look good, ENS can help with that. They take your vision and make it their mission. ENS Graphics, a proud supporter of the Mid-Michigan community and their local athletes. Visit ENS Graphics at their location down in Ithaca, or visit their website at esgraphics.com. ENS Graphics, printing all things physical.
The
The Bird in downtown Mount Pleasant, open every day but Sunday for lunch and dinner. Delicious pizza, the world-famous Bird Burger, handcrafted, fresh-baked subs, many apps, and much more. There's something for everyone at The Bird in downtown Mount Pleasant, where friends gather like family. The Bird, supporting high school sports in mid-Michigan for nearly 100 years.
Hey, Rowan, want to toss the ball around?
No, thanks.
A quick game of chess?
Maybe later.
Want me to teach you to ride a bike?
Papa, we did all that when I was little.
I guess you're right. Marbury Law's kept me so busy, time has just flown by.
There is one thing, though. You got any cookies?
Thought you'd never ask.
Joe Wentworth with Pradium Realty, Robin Stressman and Associates is a proud supporter of our local high school student athletes, working hard and showing pride for our community. For all of your real estate needs, go with Joe. Joe Wentworth with Pradium Realty, Robin Stressman and Associates, 989-817-1291. Weber Brothers Sawmill has been in the sawmill and logging business since 1950. Weber Brothers Sawmill buys standing timber and logs all over central and northern Michigan with National Hardwood Lumber Association certification. You can be assured of a professional job, from the marking and cruising of your woods through the harvest. Weber Brothers Sawmill is a proud supporter of our local high school student athletes.
Elevate your banking experience. Isabella Bank is your local banking partner. We understand the importance of personalized service, providing solutions that fit your unique needs. When you bank with us, together we can drive positive change and build stronger communities. Experience banking redefined. Make the switch today and experience banking that goes beyond. Isabella Bank. Local. Growing. Staying. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Value is not just a price. When you buy something for your home, it's an investment. Knowing that you're getting a great deal and service after the sale is priceless. At Woods Household, we only carry quality products for your home at competitive prices. Furniture that is attractive and durable. Comfortable mattresses that last for years. Flooring that stands up to wear and tear. These are all products that last by trusted name brands like FlexSteel, Serta, Whirlpool, and many more. So shop the Woods way.
Hello and welcome back to high school football on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. We are underway in the state semifinals. A short kickoff is going to be fielded by an up man for Fowler, Nate Spicer. He will have a short return, and that is where the Fowler Eagles will start this game on possession. Both of these teams plan for the right to play in the state finals next Friday at Ford Field with a 10 a.m. kickoff. Fowler's first possession will start at their own 37-yard line. Fowler is going to come out lining up very, very tight. One running back to the right of the quarterback, Halfman. Two up men lined up in front of him. They're going to try and pour it up the middle all the way. It's going to be a short carry. Garrison Zucker, one of the Aggies, to help bring down the ball carrier. Going to give him a really good spot there, 6 or 7 yards. Again, with this Fowler team and Jacob Halfman, expect them to be able to throw the ball, run the ball, anything they need to do to try and win this game. They're a very powerful offense this year. Haven't really had the battles that Beal City has necessarily had this year in the playoffs. When I look at their scores, it has been 48-12, 43-13, and 25-7. Another shotgun look, same formation. Now the running back to the left, but still two up men right in front of the quarterback, Halfman. They're going to run it right in front of those two guys. Gatrill, along with a couple of other Aggies, are there for the tackle. Let's bring up third down and very short for Fowler here on this first series of drives. State semifinal football on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. Coming to you live from the Barbary Law Studios, built by our friends at Konwinski Construction. Thanks so much for tuning into the Woods Household Appliance pregame show. We'll be talking the Weefrich Financial, Zaid Batchelder, baller of the game, the Bills Custom Fab fabrication of the game, and so much more throughout. We'll have our Gates Drilling and Service halftime report coming up. A run up the middle for Fowler. They're going to pick up first down yardage there. Again, this Fowler team, you look at their scores this year, I'm not expecting the 3-yard and a cloud of dust offense, but maybe if that's what they think can be successful against Beal City, that's what they want to come out and do. This year, Fowler has outscored their opponents 492 to 112. Yeah, the only game they had where they didn't score at least 3 touchdowns was their win over Pewamo Westphalia, who is an absolute powerhouse. Handoff on the jet sweep now, trying to string out the play is McKinney, and he brings down the ball carrier with a fantastic jersey tackle. He got a hold of Ben Cohagen and just would not let go of him. Cohagen did a good job trying to continue to run, but McKinney kind of dropped himself down to the ground, used that body weight, and it's going to be a short pickup. Now 2nd down and 8 for Fowler on their second series of drives. 5th play of the drive coming up. They have picked up 1 first down. It's Beal City and Fowler. State semifinal football. Winner of this game plays for the state title next Friday. Here's that formation again. Shotgun look, 2 up men right in front of the quarterback. They're going to hand it off to the running back, trying to find some room here to the near side is Knishnek, and he's into the open field at the 30, 20. Zucker's going to wrap him up at the 10-yard line, but a huge run for Knishnek. Zucker's able to bring him down on the touchdown-saving tackle, but there's the first big play of the game. Knishnek with a big run to put him in scoring position. They're now at the 13-yard line, trying to put in the first touchdown of the game on the first drive of the game. If you're Beal City, you have to know coming in playing this Fowler team that this is a team that's going to score some points on you. They're going to be tough to stop. You just got to be ready to respond offensively. Similar formation, except they switch to 2 up men. Now they're going to run it off to the far side of the field. Big tackle in the backfield. Wyatt Wilson bringing down the ball carrier, Knishnek, from behind. That's another thing you want to do with a player like Knishnek. You want to hit him hard out there like Wilson just did right there, J&J Auto Collision Report, because he's going to carry the rock a whole lot today. You want to make him think twice about making that contact. 2nd down and 8 for Fowler. First possession of the ball game. They're already in scoring position. Ball at the 11-yard line on the big run from Knishnek. Now they're going to switch things up and spread it out. They're going to go 4 wide, 1 running back in the backfield with the quarterback Halfman, who is a threat to run himself. Fakes the throw, now wants to run it all the way. Aaron Locke in the backfield to bring him down. Big play from Aaron Locke. Nowhere for the ball carrier to go. And a big Locke 2nd down tackle there to make it 3rd down. And this is where you're going to start to see if they've got a kicking game. 3rd down and 4 at the 7. If you're not able to pick it up here, if you're Fowler, this would be a chip shot field goal. If you're able to kick some extra points, you can probably knock down this field goal as well. Clock running, 7:50 remaining in our first quarter. State semifinal action here at beautiful Ithaca Veterans Memorial Field. Shotgun look for Halfman. Got the 2 up men in front of him. The running back lined up to his left. That's Knishnek. Going to be a run all the way. He's not going to get it. Drew Gross, along with a couple of others, stand him up, and I believe that will bring up 4th down. Again, my vantage point here is not near the plays all the way down on the field, as I am about at the 10-yard line going the opposite way here, but it is going to bring up 4th down, and one of the biggest plays of the game could take place right here, a 4th down and 4 at the Beal City 7-yard line. Fowler could still pick up a 1st down without getting into the end zone. Got to get down to the 3. They're going to call it 4th and 3 now from the 6. In the gun is the quarterback, Halfman. He's going to take the snap. He wants to throw. It's going to be incomplete. Great defense from Zucker. It's a turnover on downs to start the game for Beal City. And the score will remain 0-0 in a big defensive stand for the Aggies right there. And I'm going to go back to that huge lock tackle on 2nd down. Able to wrap up the quarterback in the backfield. But now if you're Beal City, you got a long ways to go as you start at your own 6-yard line. Fowler went 9 plays and came up empty. Aaron Locke, the lone wide receiver for Kyler Smith. Lined up in the backfield is Drew Block, the 2 wingbacks out there. They send McKinney in motion. He gets the handoff. Barrels over a man as he runs to the 10-yard line. Woo! Big run right there for McKinney. Again, it's not a whole lot of yardage, but he should have been brought down right away, and he just kind of put the shoulder down and absolutely ran over a would-be tackler. Instead of a 1-yard gain, it's going to be a 5-yard gain because of that tough running from Owen McKinney. Substitution into the game. Across that offensive line for Beal City, you're going to hear the names of Reese Hooks, Nick Irvin, Caleb Leonard, Drew Gross, Parker Sienkiewicz, Wyatt Wilson, Jace Faber, Hunter McDonald. And there's going to be a jump off sides for Fowler that's going to give a free 5 yards to Beal City. It might not be quite first down yardage, but we will see. And across the way at Beal City, the beautiful field there at Ithaca is still a little bit under construction. You usually see that fence going around the track that everybody's kind of leaning on. They don't have that, and so Beal City has filled up the track pretty much on the other side. They've also taken over part of the stands near me. It is absolutely packed here in Ithaca. Pretty sure the only place left open in Beal City is that Beal City Village store. Man in motion is McKinney once again. They hand it off to him again. Looks to get that outside edge. Again, carries a tackler with them for an extra 2 or 3 yards. Big time, tough running out there from Owen McKinney. And you could now say that Beal City's out of the shadow of their own goalpost. So they now have it about the 25-yard line. Need to get near the 30 for first down yards. I wait for him to change things up there on the clock. Second down and 2 or 3 here for Beal City. Aaron Locke's going to remain at wide receiver. Owen McKinney, the wingback. The other wingback is going to be Garrison Zucker. You've got Gatrell out there at tight end, lined up behind Kyler Smith. At fullback is Drew Block. Block's going to get the handoff this time. There's nowhere for him to go up the middle. It's going to be a gain of maybe a yard or might be nothing. Could even be a short loss there. And it will bring up third down. It's the first time Beal City's really tried to pour it up the middle here. Again, even if you got that strong defensive front out there, Fowler, you still got to try and run the ball up the middle. Some of the big guys out there, Joe Epke, Cole Huffnagel for Fowler. Third down and 1 here for Beal City. Off their own 25, Drew Block remains the deep back. They're going to line up tight this time. No Aaron Locke. Actually, pardon me, Aaron Locke still is lined up at wide receiver. They're going to hand it off, trying to find some room up the middle and pick it up first down yards. His block, he spins out of a tackle as well. He's going to get out to the 35, 36-yard line before he's brought down. First down yardage again for Beal City. So you go back to that opening drive for Fowler. You've got the big, long run from Konishnek to get him in scoring position, but then the turnover on downs kind of puts missed momentum wearing the white and blue for Beal City. And now they've ran 4 plays, picked up 2 first downs, start at their own 6-yard line, and now have it at their own 38-yard line. 4:45 remaining in our first quarter in the state semifinals. Beal City and Fowler. Big shout out to our friends at Clark Modular Homes, Gates Drilling and Service, J&J Auto, Mount Pleasant Heating and AC, and Konwinski Construction being great sponsors here today. Handoff on the jet sweep. Looking to get that outside edge is McKinney. He cuts it back inside. He's going to be brought down at the 40-yard line, but that is the Fowler 40-yard line. It is first down yardage for Beal City once again as they march into Eagle territory. The Aggie offense is rolling right now. And again, you go back to their last 2 games, you got to go all the way up to Glen Lake and play a really good Lakers team. Then you got to go all the way to Iron Mountain. I know Fowler beat Harbor Beach last week, and they're the top-ranked team in the state. But something about being those road warriors, it's got to give you a whole lot of confidence. Now an empty set for Kyler Smith. He's got 3 wingbacks out there. See if they send one of them in motion. They do. It's McKinney. He gets the handoff. Runs through a tackle, does a good job fighting for extra yardage once again. McKinney should have had 1, maybe 2 yards there. I think it's going to turn into a gain of 4, maybe even 5, depending on the spot. So that extra little effort out there from McKinney is a big deal. We got a timeout from Fowler already. 3:57 left in the first quarter. We're going to take this timeout as well. The Aggies got to stop, and they're driving here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Konwinski Construction offers a full range of construction services on small and large projects. Konwinski Construction is a leader in the community and are proud to support those student athletes who will be leading our community tomorrow. Konwinski Construction on Gover Parkway, Mount Pleasant. Mount Pleasant Heating and Air Conditioning has been family-owned and serving Mid-Michigan since 1962. They're dedicated to providing the best possible solution for your home or business. Mount Pleasant Heating and Air Conditioning is locally owned and supports our local community. For all of your heating and air conditioning needs, call Mount Pleasant Heating and Air Conditioning at 989-772-2881.
Welcome back to Ithaca High School and state semifinal football action. The Beal City Aggies got the goal line. Well, not necessarily a goal line stand, but Fowler went right down the field, got inside the 10-yard line, and Beal City turned them over on downs. Now they're rolling. Fowler just called a timeout, try and get things going on defense because Beal City has ran 6 plays, They picked up 3 first downs. They started at their own 6-yard line. They're now at the Fowler 36-yard line. An empty set once again for Kyler Smith. Man in motion is Zucker. They fake it to him. Go to McKinney, trying to run it the other way. And this time the Fowler defense stands up. Good time out there from Coach Spicer. It's going to make it 3rd down and 8. Tried a little misdirection there. Eagle defense was ready for it. Probably 4-down territory here for Beal City, though. Their own 38-yard line, and now 3rd down and 8. You pick up 4 or 5 here, be much easier to pick up. But also with a guy like Kyler Smith, you can try and throw for it twice. Locke Gatrell split out wide. Elias in the backfield. They might use him as a blocker. Smith now rolling. He's got to get out of the way. He's going to be brought down to the backfield. It's a sack for Fowler. Big play out there. I believe that was Dalton Thalen on the tackle. I saw 44, but I don't have 44 on my roster, so we're going with 34. But it's a big sack. It's going to bring up 4th down and long. 3rd down sack. It's going to make it very difficult here for Beal City. They're lining up to go for it. We've seen them pitch it to the running back here a couple times. No, pardon me, they are lined up in punting formation with Eric Elias back deep. 2 guys back deep for Fowler to punt this one away. We've now got a whistle before the snap. It's going to be an illegal substitution going against the Aggies. That'll back them up 5 more yards. So instead of 4th and 19, we're now looking at a 4th and 24. And so very similar situations on both drives. Fowler went right down the field. Beal City stood up. It looked like Beal City was going to go right down the field. Then Fowler stood up defensively. That's what you expect in a game like this for the right to go to the state championship. Elias gets off the punt. Fair catch called for at the 18-yard line and brought in by Jacob Halfman. And so we've got a turnover on downs, and we have got a punt. We remain tied at 0. About 10 minutes gone in this game, and we have settled nothing. Again, about what you would expect in a state semifinal matchup. Fowler's going to take over their own 17. 2:29 left to go here in the first quarter. More shouts to our friends at the Isabella Community Sportsplex, Fisher Companies, WW Construction, Bogwai, Banga, and Bradley, and our friends at Gross Farms and Brad Gross Electric. Set formation with 2 up-backs, quarterback and the running back in the backfield. McKinney gets into the backfield, but a nice move from Konishnek to get away from him to pick up positive yardage. For McKinney, though, you still kind of did your job. Turn him back inside there, got into the backfield, create a little bit of havoc. Coming up 2nd down and 6 for Fowler. And again, they moved it pretty well. Took them 9 plays to pick up a couple first downs. They ultimately turned it over on downs. But Konishnek had a big run. It was an Aaron Locke 2nd down sack or tackle in the backfield that backed him up. Now 4 wide this time for the quarterback. Halfman is doing a good job. Make sure he keeps those hands in the pockets as much as he can. Throws it long down the sideline. It's going to go long. Giving chase in the backfield was Mr. Reese Hooks, who is back this week after battling some injuries. That could be another key contributor for this Beal City offensive and defensive line. And Eric Elias is a lot tougher than I am. You can tell he's got a little bit of a hitch in the giddy-up out there, but he is out there still gaming as much as he can. He's a player, even at 60, 70%, he's going to make a whole lot of plays for you. And we get these guys this far, don't care what grade they are in, it's hard to get them to come out of the ball game. 2 wide receivers to the right, 2 wide receivers to the left. They're on 3rd down for Halfman. He wants to throw it. Now looking to throw the little wheel route. It's going to be caught by Konishnek. He's leveled on the play, but it's still caught. Drew Block with a big hit. Talk about the J&J Auto Collision Report. But Konishnek still came up with it on the delayed wheel route to the running back. A really nice play design there from head coach Spicer and the Fowler Eagles. 1:36 left to go here in our first quarter. 1st down and 10 for Fowler as they convert that 3rd down and 5. Got 1 wide receiver to the left, 2 to the right now for the quarterback Halfman. 1 up back, him and Konishnek in the backfield. They pitch it to Konishnek, running here to the near side. He's going to be turned inside, makes a nice move. Going to be brought down by McKinney near midfield. But you can see the elusiveness of Asher Konishnek, as he's now made a couple nice moves, had a few big runs already. It's 1st down and 10 for Fowler. Coming into this game, I was all worried about Jacob Halfman to kind of do everything quarterback guy. I knew you had Knishnek and Cohagen coming back who are big wide receivers, but right now it's Knishnek doing a lot of work on the ground for this Fowler Eagle team. A shotgun look, Knishnek lined up to the right of the quarterback. Also have an up back or a fullback back there if you want to call it. Run all the way this time for the quarterback. He's hit hard by Drake Gatrell, but a solid pickup for the Eagles as they continue to move the football against this really strong Beal City defensive front. It's now going to be 2nd down and 1. They're in Beal City territory at the Aggie 42 as we go under 30 seconds remaining here in the first quarter in state semifinal football. But you look at the way this game is going, Beal City won their last 2 games, 21-14 and 14-7. Fowler, again, you got to go all the way back to, I think, October, September, the last time they didn't score at least 3-4 touchdowns in a game, winning last week 25-7. Looking to throw. Looking to throw is the quarterback. He's going to be chased by Aaron Locke, and you're not going to get away from Locke. Quarterback throws away, and he's got a man. Beautiful play from the quarterback, Halfman, as he's trying to get away from Aaron Locke. He notices a wide open Nate Spicer downfield, and he connects with him for first down yardage. And there's just 1 second left to go in the first quarter, but I believe the wide receiver going out of bounds will call for one more play before we head to the end of the first quarter. A big-time play right there from the quarterback, Jacob Halfman. He was dead to rights in the backfield. Aaron Locke, one of the fastest guys out there, is giving chase to him. He notices out of the corner of his eye, number 11 open on the sideline, floats it up to him for a big-time completion and first down yardage. 1.5 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Fowler back in the red zone at the Beal City 17. Their second trip there this first quarter. Last time they came up empty as we are still scoreless. Man in motion, they fake it to him, looking to pour it up the middle is Halfman. There for the tackle after a short gain is Wyatt Wilson. That'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. We're still tied at 0, but Fowler's offense looks a bit more effective right now. Well, I guess Beal City was able to move it. It's going to be those big plays. It's going to be those turnovers that decide who goes to Ford Field. At the end of the first quarter, we're tied at 0. Back with the second quarter right after this on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Clark Modular Homes in Mount Pleasant are a one-stop shop from the buy, the build, and beyond with their fantastic service department. Stop in to see their selection and purchase options today on Pickard Road or visit them online at modularhomesbyclark.com. Clark Modular Homes, supporting Mid-Michigan youth in and out of the classroom.
J&J Auto in Wademan is Mid-Michigan's elite automotive repair shop. J&J Auto offers complete collision repair and mechanical repair. Stop by on Wademan Road or call them today at 989-644-8908. J&J Auto, proud supporters of high school student athletes. On the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Welcome back to the action here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. Start of the second quarter. It's a 2nd down and 6 for Fowler. The ball is at the Beal City 13-yard line. Both teams had nice drives that stalled out. There's a turnover on downs for Fowler deep in Aggie territory. For Beal City, they punted it away near midfield after getting backed way up after starting a drive that looked like it was going to be very, very successful. 2nd down and 5 for Fowler as we start things here in the second quarter. It's high school championship football on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network, brought to you by our friends at Shaver's Bait and Sporting Goods. Almost up north and Stitches for Britches, Rick's Food Center, Doozy's Ice Cream Place, Boomer's Lawn Care, Mid-Michigan Industries, Berry Funeral Home, and Kenneth Egger, DDS. Run all the way for Halfman on the 2nd down play. Does a good job waiting for a block, and then he gets blasted out there. It's a big hit from Owen McKinney, but if you are Jacob Halfman, you'll take it because it is first down yardage for Fowler. They have ran 8 plays on this drive that started at their own 17-yard line. They have picked up 4 first downs, and they are now inside the 5 of the Aggies. First down and goal at the 4. Saw Beal City stand up defensively. Last time Fowler made it this far. See if they can make it happen on the defensive end once again. Everybody's going to line up tight this time for Fowler. That 2 up-back formation. You kind of have a wing-back and then a full-back guy lined up right in front of the quarterback. Trying to get that edge is Halfman. He's hit hard by Zucker. He reaches for the end zone, and they're going to say he got the pylon. Halfman with the TD on the run. He was hit hard by Garrison Zucker, but he went full extension to get into the end zone for the touchdown. A big-time play out there from the quarterback, and Fowler is on the board, 6-0. We'll see if they're going to go for 2 or go for 1 here. 9 plays, 4 first downs, a drive that went 83 yards. About 3 minutes long. They got the ball with 2:29 left to go in the first quarter. There's 11:22 left to go here in our second quarter. And Beal City had a solid drive the first time around. Were able to move the football and ultimately turn it over on downs after they got backed up. There was a third down sack that made it 4th and a mile. They will go for 2. Trying to run a little trickeration here, cutting it up the middle and into the end zone for the 2-point conversion is going to be Nate Spicer. So the 2-point is good, and it is 8-0. Fowler with the lead over Beal City, but we've seen Beal City down a couple times this playoff. I don't think they're going to be all that worried about it. Only their second drive of the game coming up. Again, first one, went 8 plays, picked up 3 first downs. They moved it into Fowler territory before they ultimately stalled out and got backed up. The winner of this game plays the winner of 11-1 Decatur and 10-1 Riverview Gabriel Richard. That name sounds a little bit familiar. That is the team that bested the Aggies 3 years ago. It'll be 3 baseball seasons ago in the state finals. More love going out to our friends at JJ Painting, Tina's Lawn Care, Mount Pleasant Public Schools. They're hiring bus drivers, and they need subs and parapros right now. If you want to be a sub, go to Will Sub, get started there. Talk to your local school. If you want to get started as a bus driver, they have paid training at Mount Pleasant for those bus drivers as well. Go to MT Pleasant Schools, schools with an S.net. That's MT Pleasant Schools with an S.net to get started. Kickoff's going to be fielded at the 20-yard line by Owen McKinney. Wants to find some room to the far side. It's not really there. He's going to be tackled at the 34. So that's one thing to notice right now. Fowler doesn't necessarily have a whole lot of a kicking game out there, as they're not trying to kick it long necessarily, and they went for the 2-point conversion. And so if you're Beal City, that's something. You got that leg of Kyle Martin. Those field goals, those extra points, they can be big differences in these ball games. But right now, Beal City's got to get some points on the board before they can worry about anything else, as it's 8-0, Fowler with the lead. And Fowler comes into this game at 12-0. Beal City coming in at 10-2. They both played McBain. Fowler beat him by a touchdown. Beal lost to him by 5 or 6, but we're missing a few key players in that game. Man in motion is McKinney. He gets the handoff. He's got to turn it wide. He tries to do everything he can to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be no gain on the play. Excellent job by the defensive front of Fowler that time. Guy got into the backfield, which made McKinney on that jet sweep kind of turn it back towards the end zone. You don't want to be turning it toward, try and find a little extra room. Was able to turn that corner, but by the time he did, he was 4 or 5 yards in his own backfield. Did a good job getting back to the original line of scrimmage before he was brought down. Looks like we got a timeout on the field right now, coming from Fowler. We'll take that timeout as well. 10:43 left to go, second quarter. Back with more Aggie football right after this on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
GNS Mechanical in Wademan offers service and installation on everything for your home and business. From a simple filter replacement to furnace, central air service, and install, geothermal, and walk-in coolers and freezers. If you have a need, GNS Mechanical has a solution. Learn more at gnsmechanical.com or call 989-644-2106.
Jenna Gates
and Kyle Gates here. We are the 5th generation with Gates Drilling and Service.
We've been serving our friends and neighbors in Michigan since 1893.
We have the latest and greatest well drilling technology, allowing us to put in wells where others can't.
Lake lots and tight spaces are no problem.
From our family to yours, thank you, and call at 989-772-7841 for all your well drilling and service needs.
Gates Drilling and Service, where Gates goes, water flows.
Let's head back to the action on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Welcome back to it here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network in our Barberry Law Studios, built by Konwinski Construction. Also shouts to Weber Brothers Sawmill. We'll talk about the Weber Brothers Sawmill timber of the game. Mount Pleasant Heating and AC, Mumford Oil and Gas Supply, ENS Graphics, and GNS Mechanical. Also be talking about that Mumford Oil and Gas Supply assist of the game throughout today's ball game as well. Man in motion is McKinney. They fake it to him. Now Kyler Smith rolling to his other way, looking to throw it out to Gatro. It's going to be tipped at the line of scrimmage. Incomplete. Nice job by the defensive front of Fowler. They say if you can't get to the quarterback, stick those hands up there. It worked that time. It's now 3rd down and long for Beal City. 10:35 left to go in our second quarter. Small coming out of the game. Zucker coming in to replace him. And Zucker, the leading wide receiver on this Beal City team. Locke is going to be lined up wide to the left of Kyler Smith. It's going to be a tight formation. Other than that, Drew Block is going to be lined up deep. The two wingbacks are Garrison Zucker and Owen McKinney. Sends Zucker in motion. He gets the handoff. Trying to get that outside edge. A big block out there from Aaron Locke. And another one from Drew Gross. Now Zucker cuts it back. 30, 20, 10. Touchdown! Garrison Zucker. 65 yards for the junior. Zucker had the big TD to get him on the board last week, and he does it here again to make it 8-6 in a couple big time blocks from Locke and Gross to Springham. Woo, boy. Aaron Locke kind of had that crack back block from his wide receiver position that really laid out the guy who would have been the one to string out that play. That allowed Zucker to cut it back inside, and then pulling from his guard position 15, 20 yards downfield or so was Mr. Drew Gross laying the block that allowed Zucker to turn on the afterburners. It was one cutback after that, 65 yards, touchdown, Beal City. They do kick the extra point, not going to chase any points here, and it all of a sudden, just like that, the score is 8-7. Beal City right back in it. And it's been all about the big play drives for Beal City this year. Big shout out to Dave McKinney for hooking me up with these stats. So listen to this if you're a Beal City fan. 55 scoring drives this year. 30 of those 55 scoring drives have been 3 plays or less. They've had 14 one-play drives, 7 two-play drives, and 9 three-play drives. Make that 10, counting that last run from Garrison Zucker. They now have 28 touchdowns over 25 yards, 22 touchdowns that were over 40 yards, 13 touchdowns that were over 50 yards. Holy moly, that is what you call a big play offense right there. Out for the kickoff is Kyle Martin. 10:26 left to go in our second quarter, and I feel like this game has officially started now with both teams getting into the end zone. A big answer back there on the jet sweep run from Mr. Garrison Zucker, going 65 yards for the tutty. Kick from Martin is a good one. It's going to take a bounce at the 10 into the end zone for the touchback. And all right, let me make sure I get this right. It's Jace Faber, Drew Gross, Drew Block, Wyatt Wilson, and Garrison Zucker, who all had parents that graduated in the 1994 class. Yeah, that's 5 of them from that group 30 years ago that won the first ever state championship for Beal City, that are out here playing for their parents, playing for the pride of their town, trying to win Beal City its 3rd state championship. Got to win here today. Give themselves an opportunity to do so. Shotgun look once again for Halfman. He's going to pitch it to Knishnek. Knishnek with another nice move at the line of scrimmage. He's going to be brought down after a really solid game. Drew Block on the tackle there. Clock starts to run again. 2nd down and 1, they'll call it here after the nice pickup from Knishnek there on 1st down. Reese Hooks back into the game, replacing Eric Elias. Out there with Zucker, McKinney, Martin, Gatrell, Block, Locke, Wilson. Down there on the line, got a host of guys as well we'll talk about a little bit after this play. Handoff up the middle. Nowhere for Knishnek to go this time, but it will still be enough for 1st down yardage, as it was a great run on 1st down, and so that will move the chains. Drew Gross with the tackle. Clock will start to move again. 9:40 left to go, second quarter. 8-7. Fowler with the lead over the Beal City Aggies here in our state semifinal matchup. Again, the winner of this game goes to Ford Field 10 a.m. next Friday to play the winner of Decatur and Riverview, Gabriel Richard. Again, more love going out. Joe Wentworth and Bryce Updegraff, Braden Realty, Robin Stressman and Associates, Pier Plumbing, hanging by a thread. Isabella Bank, Bryant Family Farms, All Seasons Fireworks, The Diner, Block Electric, and Central Michigan Sand and Gravel. Run all the way this time for Halfman. He's going to be brought down by Locke at the 40-yard line, but still a really solid carry on first down. It's going to make it 2nd down and 3 for the Fowler Eagles. And if you've enjoyed the little hype videos, the highlights we've been able to put together for the playoffs, a big shout out to my buddy Adam Gursky, who was bearing the cold even more than I am here at Ithaca with that wind blowing right by the freeway. He's down there on the field camera, making sure we get some great shots to bring you the action here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. Again, it's audio-only coverage in the MHSAA playoffs. The only place you can watch this game is the NFHS Network. And even though I want you to watch me here, I recommend you get an NFHS Network membership, chance to watch everybody. Halfman getting away from a couple guys in the backfield. Then he's going to be leveled on the sideline. Owen McKinney and Drake Gatrell absolutely laying the J&J Auto collision report there on a quarterback, Halfman. Again, if you're Jacob Halfman, you take it because you picked up the first down. But, oh, boy, he took some punishment on the sideline from number 1 and number 11. That's Gatrell wearing 11. That's McKinney wearing number 1. Clock is stopped as the ball went out of bounds. 1st down and 10. Fowler has it still at their own 43, trying to move into Aggie territory. It's their 3rd possession. Both previous possessions did get into the red zone. First drive stalled out. Second one went into the end zone for a touchdown. Nowhere for the ball carrier to go this time. Huge tackle from Drake Gatrell in the backfield to bring down Kinishnik. Huge play from Gatrell. It's been 7 yards every first down on this drive. This time it's only 2 because of the big play from the junior linebacker right there, who is going to be starring on the basketball court here in a few weeks for this Beal City team. But every Aggie fan hopes still got a couple of weeks before that happens. Trotting back in with the play is the quarterback Halfman. Again, he's got his hands in that back warmer until he is ready to take the snap. 2nd down and 8 for Fowler. Halfman wants to throw. He's going to go to the sideline. It's going to be overthrown, incomplete, looking for Kinishnik. McKinney was out there on the coverage. If Kinishnik does catch that ball, McKinney probably going to lay him out. And a big 3rd down and 8 here. I imagine that near midfield, again, Fowler hasn't shown much of a kicking game. Both times, the one time, they kicked off, only went to about the 20-yard line. And when they scored the touchdown, there was no hesitation to go for 2, and then they had the 4th down situation on their first drive, which they could have thought about kicking a field goal. They did not do so. 3rd down and 8. They're going to spread out the Aggies. 4 wide receivers for the Eagles. Kinishnik lined up in the slot to the far side. That is who I'm watching. McCann throws it. It's going to be incomplete. There on the coverage was Drew Block. Fowler wants the flag. They're not going to get it. It's going to bring up 4th down and 8. And Block had really good coverage there. It was right in front of the Fowler bench. And maybe Block had a hand on the back or something like that. But it wasn't very much contact. And then he was able to make the play when the ball was thrown. So it's now 4th down and 8. We're going to see Fowler have to come out and punt this one away. Watch out. The quarterback is the punter. Something to always think about there. But a big-time player from Drew Block. And now back deep to receive the punt. Very dangerous. Owen McKinney and Austin Small. Not a whole lot of a rush. Kick is going to be bounced and then taking it at the 25 is Austin Small. He's going to be, kind of brings down himself, trying to gather his footing to make a cut, and he just kind of trips up at the 35-yard line. But if you're Beal City, you got the stop. The score remains 8-7, and you've got the ball back with 7:19 remaining here into the second quarter. First time Beal City had the football. They went 8 plays, 3 first downs, but a 3rd down sack made it 4th and long. They had to punt it away. Next time they got it, it was 3rd down again, and it was Zucker going for a 65-yard TD. Great blocks on that play from Aaron Locke and Drew Gross. Fowler got it. 7 plays, couple first downs, but ultimately stalled out. Had to punt it away. Now here comes the Beal City offensive attack once again. Block gets the handoff, tries to get that outside edge, gets away from one man, trips up himself. He's got first down yards before he kind of tumbles out of bounds. And that's one you want to have back if you're Drew Block right there, as he kind of tumbled over himself trying to turn on the Jets. And I think that's what happens when you can run the 100-meter dash in like less than 12 seconds. You're really going to be able to run the football, and you get going, you might upend yourself a little bit there. A battle here between these two. 6:50 left to go in our second quarter. Beal City trails Fowler 8-7, but they've got the ball, now got momentum on their side after the first down run from Drew Block. Block gets it again, trying to find a hole off to the far side. Is going to be brought down after a gain of 3 or 4 yards there. Second down now for Beal City. We'll call it 2nd and 8. Again, that clock moving. Just about halfway through our second quarter. Got our Gates Drilling and Service halftime report coming up. You know, we talk about that Beal's Custom Fab fabrication of the game right now. All about that 65-yard touchdown run for Mr. Garrison Zucker. Also a big third down sack, or pardon me, Locke had a big second down tackle on the original drive of the game for Fowler. Kyler Smith is going to go under center. The deep back is Drew Block. They send a man in motion. It's McKinney. He gets the handoff. He's got to string it out wide once again. He's going to be brought down for no gain on the play. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 10 now for Beal City. Again, first play of the drive, they were able to pick up a first down with a Drew Block run. But now you see why Fowler is in this state semifinal game. Their defense doing a really solid job, stringing things out, showing their speed to get to the edge to bring down Owen McKinney. Trotting back in with the play is Kyler Smith. Now got Kyle Martin out there as well. Martin, Gatrell going to be split out wide. In the backfield with McKinney is going to be Drew Block. At one wing back, you've got Zucker. At the other one, you've got McKinney. Throwing formation here for the quarterback, Kyler Smith. He's dropping back, looking to throw. He's going for Zucker over the middle. Looked like a very clear pass interference. There's not going to be a call. You know what? I'm going to compare that to what happened moments ago. If you're Fowler, you really wanted the flag on an interference call. Now, Beal City doesn't get essentially that same call here. 8-7 remains our score, and Elias is going to have to come back out for the second time today and punt this one away. Back deep to receive for Fowler is Kanishnek along with Nate Spicer. Elias standing at his own 35-yard line, ready to punt this one away on 4th down and 10. Gets off a decent kick, a little bit of pressure on it. It's going to take a good Beal City bounce. Chance for Zucker to down it inside the 5-yard line, and he will. A great punt from Eric Elias. Down at the 5-yard line. Last time, Fowler was backed up this far. They got right down the field, but ultimately stalled out on the drive. They couldn't take it into the end zone for the touchdown. But here we go, with 4:59 left to go in the second quarter. 1st down and 10 for Fowler at their own 5-yard line. Be Fowler's 4th drive of the game. Can you look at Fowler, what they've done this year offensively? They have put up a lot of points. Scored 20 in their opener in a win over Hudson, 14 in a win over Pewamo. Every other game, it's been at least 3-4 touchdowns on the board for this squad. Handoff on the jet sweep. He's got to turn it back inside. Nice tackle out there. Coming in real quick, I believe, was Wyatt Wilson, who kind of missed the tackle, but it still was a good play from Wilson because he was there so quickly to affect the run. Fowler's got it. And clock ticking here. Start their own 5-yard line. We ran that one play. We're able to pick up 4 yards. Now, really taking their time coming with the play here is Fowler. Waiting to see the black hat counting things down. Still don't yet. They're now going to split out 4 wide receivers, will the Eagles. Again, this is a Beal City team that they can cover a little bit better in the open field than most teams can. Going long. It's going to be knocked away. Almost intercepted by Block. McKinney tipped it. It ended up going right off of Block. It would have been an unreal catch from Block. It's still a great defensive play from the Aggies. It's now going to bring up 3rd down and 6. And this is not 4-down territory if you are the Fowler Eagles. You get pinned back inside your own 10-yard line. Even if it's 4th and 2, you're most likely going to punt it away because you can't give Beal City this type of field position. And if you're the Aggies, you would absolutely love to make this Fowler team have to punt out of their own end zone. 8-7 our score. Fowler with the lead on Beal City. 4:10 left to go, second quarter. 3rd down and 6 for the Eagles. Big play right here as they're backed up inside their own 10-yard line. They hand it off. Nowhere for the ball carrier to go. I don't think he's going to have first down yardage. It'll bring a 4th down and 2. I just mentioned the 4th down and 2 moments ago. I don't think you can go for this if you are Fowler. You're going to have to punt it away as you're just pinned back too far here to try and take the risk of going for it. Again, you got confidence for your team to pick up 2 yards, but in this situation, you get stuffed. You're only giving Beal City 10, 15 yards to go for the touchdown. So Halfman is back to punt this one away. It's Small. It's McKinney ready to receive the punt and bring it back. It's going to go towards Small. He's going to field it right on the blue here. Goes by one man. Looks to get by another, and he's brought down. A great open field tackle that time from Fowler. So it'll be 1st down and 10 for Beal City, but they do get the first the first 3 and out of this ball game. The only other drive that we had that was 3 plays was the touchdown run from Garrison Zucker. And the last time Beal City had it, they only went 4 plays, but the first one did pick up a first down. So Beal City's got it with 3:29 left to go. They now have it at the Fowler 42-yard line. Beal City started at their own 6, their own 34, their own 34, and now the Fowler 42. A great chance here to try and take advantage of this situation if you are Beal City. The deep back is going to be Drew Block. The 2 wing backs are going to be McKinney and Small. They send McKinney in motion. They hand it off to Drew Block. Got to get through the initial line of defense. He will not be able to do so. It's a short run for Beal City there on 1st down. It's going to bring up 2nd down. We'll see where they put the spot. Bring up 2nd down and 9. Huffnagel with the tackle out there for the Eagles. Fowler. Cade Smith coming back in with the play for Beal City. Split out wide is Aaron Locke and Drake Gatrill. He's in the gun. Is Kyler Smith. Dropping back, looking to throw. It's going to be a quick throw out to McKinney. Tries to dance in between a couple tacklers. He's going to be brought down, but it's going to make it 3rd and very manageable on the pitch and catch from Kyler Smith to Mr. Owen McKinney. Call it 3rd and 2 now for Beal City, and I'd say this is 4-down territory here. Maybe you run a little clock if you do try and go for it on 4th down. Fowler has 1 timeout remaining. Beal City still all 3 of their timeouts. That was a big factor last week with Iron Mountain as they tried to score before the half. They had a timeout. They probably get in. Hand off to Drew Block. He's hit right away at the line of scrimmage. That will bring up 4th down and a yard. So a big decision here. Probably going to go for if you are Coach Gross. Actually, they're going to say maybe he lost a yard there. It's going to bring up 4th and 2 again. Under 2 minutes remaining here in the first half. Beal City trails Fowler 8-7, facing a 4th down and 2 in Fowler territory. And they're going to come up to the line like they're going to go for it. Small and McKinney, the 2 wingbacks. The deep back is Mr. Drew Block. Sienkiewicz, the center, ready to snap it to to Mr. Smith if they're ready. They do snap. It's going to be a quick throw out to McKinney, and it's going to be a little long, incomplete. They sent McKinney in motion. If he was open, they wanted him to throw it to him. They floated it out there, but great defense at the last second comes out and doesn't allow McKinney to turn it inside to make the catch. And so now if you're Fowler, now you have it back in decent territory. Again, only 1:36 left to go here in the first half. But if you're Fowler, you now have it at your own 34. You're not backed up at your own 5. You can maybe try and do something here. Coming back in with the play is Halfman. 3 wide to his left. 1 wide receiver lined up to the right. Drop back, looking to throw. Looking to the left. Now back to the right. Zucker out there with single coverage. Zucker turns and makes the interception. Oh, my goodness. Garrison Zucker with the INT. He's got the 2 biggest plays of the first half. The touchdown run that went for 65 yards. Now he comes up with the INT that if you're Beal, kind of puts you back in business again. You have all 3 timeouts to play with. There's 1:30 left to go in the first half, and you have it at your own 37-yard line. But what a turn of events there. And that's the difference between this Beal City team and other teams in Division 8, in my opinion. Fowler, you think spread it out, just throw it up to one of our guys. No, Beal City has got the athletes to match it, maybe even better you. That's what Zucker just did right there. Small goes in motion. He gets the handoff. A nice lead block from Drew Gross. Gets out of bounds. A lot of contact out of bounds. That will stop the clock for a moment, but it should be, nope, this will be second down and very short here for Beal City. And it looks like we have lost our camera there for a moment. Let me see if I can turn things back on here again. We're pretty cold here in Beal City, and so some of the stuff not clicking off, not clicking on. We'll see if we can get that camera back going, and there it is. Yeah, there's also a chance that the iPad battery runs out towards the end of this game. If that does so, we'll be back live immediately on my phone. Second down and 1 for Beal City. It's block in the backfield. They pitch it to him. He's looking to get that outside edge. He's got to turn it inside. Falls forward. I believe he will have first down yardage for Beal City. Waiting to give them the actual first, and they will move the chains here. 1:17 remaining in our first half. Beal City still does have all 3 of their timeouts. I think some more of our sponsors here today. That's coming to you live from the Barberry Law Studios, built by Konwinski Construction. Just moments away from our Gates Drilling and Service halftime report. Right now, Beal's Custom Fab fabrication of the game going to Mr. Garrison Zucker. Still waiting to see that hole so big you can drive a Clark modular home through it. And the Weefridge Financial baller of the game, a touchdown and a pick for Zucker. I think he's kind of got that penciled in right now for Beal City. Third down run for Beal City. They actually did not give him the first down there. He will have first down yardage here, and we are under a minute remaining in our first half. 8-7, Fowler with the lead. Fowler did get the ball to start the game, and so if you're Beal, you're somehow able to get points here, that would be a huge, huge deal. Actually, they still didn't give them first down yardage there. They're actually going to bring out the sticks to measure things here. And so a timeout coming from the officials. The one thing, if you're happy about that a little bit, if you're Beal City, because that will allow you to kind of call that play real quick. I guess the play's probably going to change. And it will be first down yardage for Beal City. You can kind of see just a nod of the head like, yeah, I told you so, over on the far sideline coming from the Aggie faithful and the Aggie bench. Again, it is packed over there on the far side of the field. The entire track is taken up with Aggie fans over on the far side. And we've got a timeout coming from Beal City. We'll take this quick timeout and be back with more Aggie championship football right after this on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Weefridge Financial knows it can be incredibly overwhelming to navigate the world of financial planning. With trusted guidance and easy-to-understand advice, you can feel comfortable in your financial future with Weefridge Financial. Weefridge Financial assists people in all stages of life with a specialization in retirement and investment planning. Experience the power of working with an advisor dedicated to your success. Visit WeefridgeFinancial.com. Visit them in downtown Mount Pleasant. Call or text 989-953-7888. Weefridge Financial, member SIPC. The Bird in downtown Mount Pleasant, open every day but Sunday for lunch and dinner. Delicious pizza, the world-famous Bird Burger, handcrafted, fresh-baked subs, many apps, and much more. There's something for everyone at The Bird in downtown Mount Pleasant, where friends gather like family. The Bird, supporting high school sports in mid-Michigan for nearly 100 years.
Let's head back to the action on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
57 seconds left to go in our first half. Fowler 8, Beal City 7 here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. A first down and 10 for the Aggies just inside Fowler territory. They have 2 timeouts remaining. Shotgun look for the Aggies. In the gun is Kyler Smith. Going to send a man in motion. They fake it to McKinney. Now they look to throw it on the fake screen pass out to Zucker. Makes the catch on the sideline. Waiting to see if he came up with it or not. Waiting for the signal from the official. We do have a flag coming in, I believe, for defensive pass interference. Everybody is marching forward from Beal City like it is a call going against the Eagles, but I'm still waiting on the call from the official. It'll look like Zucker came up with it, and it will be a PI going against Fowler. Again, there's a couple of situations where maybe could have been a PI earlier in this game, but they are letting them play out there, as you would say, and still waiting for them to actually mark off the yardage here. And there is the actual signal from the white hat, and so that will give a first down to Beal City. And we'll march it forward. 51 seconds left to go. Now the ball at the Fowler 37, and Kyler Smith remains in the shotgun. They sent Austin Small in motion. He gets the handoff, looking to get that far outside edge. Turns it inside, picks up 6 or 7 yards before the slippery senior ball carrier is brought down. So the clock is stopped. Looked like he got out of bounds. So 46 seconds left to go. 2nd down and 3 for Beal City. Ball at the Fowler 29-yard line. Aggies still with 2 timeouts remaining. With a strong leg of Kyle Martin, he can make a 40-yarder if you need him to do so. But you'd rather get into the end zone or make that a 15, 20-yarder for your senior kicker. Smith in the gun, McKinney in motion. McKinney gets the handoff. Got to get that outside edge. He's got it in the open field. 10-yard line, brought down at the 5. What a run from Owen McKinney. That was the 5th play of the drive, the 3rd first down, and a big McKinney run. We'll see exactly where they spot that one. Got a timeout coming from the Aggies as they've got 1st and goal at the 7-yard line. 38 seconds remaining here in our first half. We'll keep that broadcast right here. Again, first time I've really started watching the iPad battery. We should be in great shape to get to the end here, but if something happened where we went extra, that stream goes down, your boy's going to pull his phone out and get right back live so we don't miss anything. 38 seconds left to go in the first half. Beal City threatening. They trail 8-7, but they've got a 1st and goal at the Fowler 7. 38 seconds left to go, and they also will get the ball to start the second half. What you're doing right now, if you're Coach Gross, is avoiding the situation that happened to Iron Mountain last week. You still have 1 timeout in the bag, but now you come out, you've got 2 or maybe even 3 plays called here for your squad. So, hey, a first down, if we lose yardage, this is what we do. If we gain yardage, this is what we do. Everybody out there is going to know where to go after this play. Shotgun look for Kyler Smith. Got Drew Block lined up as a wingback along with Eric Elias. Quick throw out to Elias. He's got it. Looks to get into the end zone. He's going to be brought down inside the 5-yard line. So now if you're Beal City, start to need to have a little bit of a pace right here. But again, if you've got that play called and you're ready to go, now they've got Drew Block lined up back behind, and it's going to be a quick spike out there for Kyler Smith. So it's going to be 3rd down and goal from the 2-yard line. But if you're Beal City, you now give yourself a chance to settle things down here, bring in this 3rd down play. If you don't get it, you're going to be in range for a Kyle Martin field goal to go ahead. But you'd much rather punch it into the end zone. Zucker lined up to the near side, one-on-one coverage. Nice job playing the inside by that defensive back. Handoff goes to McKinney. He's got to try and turn it inside. He's not going to get in. He's not going to get in. And the clock continues to run right now. If you're Beal, you're going to let this run down to 4 or 5 seconds. Then you're going to take that timeout. And then you're going to be like, all right, boys, let's head on over. And what do you do here? Oh, boy, what a decision for Coach Gross. You've got the capable field goal kicker in Kyle Martin, but if Martin misses it, oh boy. But again, 5 seconds left to go. You got to try and get the points here to take the lead. It is 8-7, 5 seconds left to go in our first half. Timeout, give me a chance to thank some more of our great sponsors. Coming to you live from the Barberry Law Studios. Got our Gates Drilling and Service halftime report coming right up. Of the Bird All-American Grill post-game show, hopefully down on the field, talking with some of our players. Talk about that Weefrich Financial baller of the game. Zaid Batchelder, baller of the game right now. Mr. Garrison Zucker kind of has that penciled in as Zucker's got the 65-yard touchdown run and the interception that has got the Aggies set up here to try and go ahead at the half. We'll see if they come out with the field goal kicking unit or if they're going to try and go for it. I do see Martin out there. The lefty kicker is going to line up for the field goal to try and take the lead. 10-8. 5 seconds left to go. First half. Martin out for the extra point. I feel like if you're Fowler at this point, if you make it, you make it. We're not going to get a roughing the kicker penalty or anything like that. Smith out there for the hold. Martin ready for the kick. 5 seconds left to go. It is up, and it is good! 10-7. Beal City goes ahead on the Kyle Martin field goal. We still have 1.9 seconds left to go in our first half. So, yeah, we'll send it out to another quick break right here and be back with the final 1 second of this first half for our Gates Drilling and Service half. Well, never mind. We're going to keep it right here. 1 second left to go. We'll have another commercial break coming right up. But what a first half it has been. Fowler got the ball, drove it right down the field. Got it right on the cusp, well, not on the cusp of the goal line, but they had it first down and goal. Beal City ultimately turned them away, a turnover on downs. Then they took it down the field a bit. Then it was a third down sack that turned them away. They had to punt it back to Fowler. Then it was a Halfman TD after a long, solid drive going 83 yards from Fowler. And then Beal City got into the end zone on just 3 plays on the Garrison Zucker TD run. Then Fowler runs 7 plays, move it a little bit, then they have to punt it away. Beal City then stalls out after 1 first down. They go 3 and out. They have to punt it, but it gets down to the 5-yard line, and that's where field position started to matter here. As Fowler got it at their own 5, went 3 and out, had to punt it away. Beal City had it at the Fowler 42, turned it over on downs. The very next play, it's an interception from Garrison Zucker. Then they drive it down. They get that extra point. 10-7 our score. This kick will go into the end zone, and so Fowler will snap the ball here one more time before we end this first half. And right now, if you're Beal City, you got to make sure everybody stays in front of you on this one. Not let anything behind you. And if you're Fowler, maybe even come out and take a knee here. We shall see. It is going to be a shotgun look for Halfman, the quarterback. He does have 3 wide receivers, 2 lined up to his right. He will take the knee, though. And that will take us to our Gates Drilling and Service halftime report. Beal City 10, Fowler 8 here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. Back with a first half recap right after this.
Jenna Gates
and Kyle Gates here. We are the 5th generation with Gates Drilling and Service.
We've been serving our friends and neighbors in Michigan since 1893.
We have the latest and greatest well drilling technology, allowing us to put in wells where others can't.
Lake lots and tight spaces are no problem.
From our family to yours, thank you, and call at 989-772-7841 for all your well drilling and service needs.
Gates Drilling and Service, where Gates goes, water flows.
GNS Mechanical in Wademan offers service and installation on everything for your home and business. From a simple filter replacement to furnace, central air service, and install, geothermal, and walk-in coolers and freezers. If you have a need, GNS Mechanical has a solution. Learn more at gnsmechanical.com or call 989-644-2106.
Weefridge Financial knows it can be incredibly overwhelming to navigate the world of financial planning. With trusted guidance and easy-to-understand advice, you can feel comfortable in your financial future with Weefridge Financial. Weefridge Financial assists people in all stages of life with a specialization in retirement and investment planning. Experience the power of working with an advisor dedicated to your success. Visit WeefridgeFinancial.com, visit them in downtown Mount Pleasant, call or text 989-953-7888. Weefridge Financial, member SIPC. Bryce Updegraff with Pradium Realty, Robin Stressman and Associates thanks the coaches and officials who put in the time to help student athletes achieve their dreams and goals. For all of your real estate needs, the Bryce is right with Bryce Updegraff. With Pradium Realty, Robin Stressman and Associates, 989-620-6595.
Today I'm going to tell you about sportsmanship because it's important. Treat your opponents the way you would want to be treated. My mom says that. Listen to the referees. It's their job. Be nice to their team and our team. Cheer them on. Always play fair. It's the right thing to do. It's sportsmanship. It's not that hard.
Let's head back to the action on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Welcome back to it here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. Kind of did that recap for you moments ago. Kind of do it again. Beal City up 10-7 is a field goal from Kyle Martin with about 5 seconds left to go in the first half that got him ahead. Right now, our Zaid Batchelder baller of the game, Mr. Garrison Zucker. He's got a 65-yard touchdown run and the interception to set him up for that field goal. 10-8, our halftime score. Beal City on top of Fowler, and a big shout-out to Topher Goggin from WQBX calling all the Elma games also falling into the playoffs. Let me know. The state championship for this is actually moved to 9:30 next Friday. So a big shout out to him giving me that little bit of info. So I want to make sure everybody knows the right time. And, of course, I know the right time to get on the air. It's time for This Week in MHSAA Sports with John Ross. After that, we're going to have a commercial break. We are going to play that pregame hype video once again because, again, you've heard from me a lot this playoff run. I don't think you need to hear from me jabbering on for another 10 minutes. We will be back with the second half. Beal City leads Fowler 10-8 on a late field goal from Kyle Martin. Back with the second half right after this.
Everything you need to know about the 8-player football championships and new ways for high school students to get involved in officiating. I'm John Ross, and this is This Week in High School Sports, powered by the Michigan Achievement Scholarship. The 8-player football finals are at the Superior Dome in Marquette for the 8th time, but not all consecutively. 8-player was added as an MHSAA sport in 2011, and at first there was just one division. That first championship game was played at the Superior Dome with Carsonville-Port Sanilac winning over Rapid River. Greenville High School hosted the next 5 years from 2012 through 2016. 8 players split into 2 divisions starting in 2017, and that's when the finals moved back to the Superior Dome. 2 division champs were crowned there in 17, 18, and 19, but in 2020, the 8-player finals were held in Brighton, and then they moved back to Marquette in 2021 and have been there ever since. So if you're keeping track at home, that's 1 year in Brighton, 5 years in Greenville, and this is the 8th year at the Dome. Powers North Central is the only team to have won a championship at each of the 3 locations. The Jets are 5-0 all-time in 8-player championship games, winning twice in Greenville, twice in Marquette, and once in Brighton. The Superior Dome opened in 1991 and is the world's largest wooden dome. It's a geodesic dome, which means it has a lattice shell based on a geodesic polyhedron. Another geodesic dome you may be familiar with is the Spaceship Earth exhibit at Epcot. The Superior Dome is 143 feet tall, has a diameter of 536 feet, and it covers an area of just over 5 acres. The artificial playing surface is retractable and is home to the Northern Michigan University football, women's lacrosse, and women's track and field teams. For more on the 8-player finals, check us out, MHSAA.com. It's time for Game Balls, when we highlight a trio of standout performances from the past week. First, Essexville Garber's Audrey Ball. Her block at the net for the final point in a 5-set win over Kingsley gave Garber its first ever regional title in volleyball. Tecumseh's Emma Eldred, she had 15 kills in a 4-set win over Parma Western. This is the Panthers' first volleyball regional title since 2011. And Battle Creek Lakeview's Livy Overbeek, who had 11 kills and 10 digs in a regional championship win over Portage Northern.
Graduating seniors could qualify for a tuition-free skills certificate or associate degree through the new Community College Guarantee, no matter their GPA or your household income. Or if your child plans to attend a 4-year university or career school, the Michigan Achievement Scholarship Program has them covered. They could get up to $27,500 toward a bachelor's degree or up to $4,000 for career training. Complete the FAFSA to get started at mi.gov/achievement.
Our weekly Be the Referee feature takes a look at the fine art of officiating with registered official Paige Winnie.
Do you know the 2 main differences between 8-player and 11-player football? The name gives one away. 8-player is played with 3 less players. The other difference is the field size. An 11-player field is 120 yards long and 53.5 yards wide. An 8-player field in Michigan is the same length but 40 yards wide, which moves the hash marks in as well. But other than those 2 differences, the rules of football remain pretty much the same. At least 5 players on offense must be on the line of scrimmage at the snap, and each offensive player must be within 12 yards of the spot of the ball when snapped. High school overtime rules are the same. Each team gets 4 downs from the 10-yard line to score.
Thanks, Paige. Now more than ever, we need officials. If you're interested, please go to the MHSAA website now to register. Check out what's happening with some varsity volleyball players in the Southwest 10 Conference. 13 players from Centerville, Decatur, and White Pigeon are now MHSAA registered officials, able to work middle school and sub-varsity contests. The 13 took part in the MHSAA's Legacy Officials program, a program designed to allow high school students to learn the skill of officiating under the supervision of a veteran MHSAA official. The Southwest 10 plans to offer this to students interested in officiating in basketball and wrestling in the winter, and then baseball, softball, soccer, and track and field in the spring. For more on the Legacy program, go to MHSAA.com and click on Officials. You've been listening to This Week in High School Sports, powered by the Michigan Achievement Scholarship, a production of the MHSAA Network. Thanks for joining us. I'm John Ross, and we'll be back next week.
Bill's Custom Fab can handle any job you need, from large-scale steel building projects to fixing your favorite stainless serving pan. Bill's Custom Fab can weld and fabricate anything. Call today at 989-772-5817 or stop by on Gover Parkway in Mount Pleasant. Good luck to all of our local athletes from Bill's Custom Fab.
Jenna Gates
and Kyle Gates here. We are the 5th generation with Gates Drilling and Service.
We've been serving our friends and neighbors in Michigan since 1893.
We have the latest and greatest well drilling technology, allowing us to put in wells where others can't.
Lake lots and tight spaces are no problem.
From our family to yours, thank you, and call at 989-772-7841 for all your well drilling and service needs.
Gates Drilling and Service, where Gates goes, water flows.
When your team or business needs to look good, don't get left hanging. Call or stop by Hanging by a Thread in Wademan, the official embroiders for the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. Hanging by a Thread, a proud supporter of local schools. The Diner, where homemade favorites come to life every day for breakfast and lunch. From fluffy pancakes to savory sandwiches, The Diner has your cravings covered. Discover the perfect blend of comfort food and camaraderie at The Diner. Join them every Friday night till 7 for their famous fish fry. The Diner on North Mission, Mount Pleasant. Mumford Oil and Gas Supply is your one-stop shop for top quality products and procurement in the Michigan oil and gas industry. With over 45 years of experience and a strong commitment to customer satisfaction, Mumford Oil and Gas Supply delivers the best solutions for your oil and gas production, drilling, and service needs. If you need it, Mumford Oil and Gas Supply can get it. Visit them on Fancher today or give them a call at 989-317-8582. Central Michigan Sand and Gravel, just like our student athletes, they bring it. If you need sand or gravel, they bring it to you with fast service and a great price. For all of your sand and gravel needs, call Central Michigan Sand and Gravel today at 989-382-7089. Central Michigan Sand and Gravel, a proud supporter of our student athletes competing for their schools.
J&J Auto in Wademan is Mid-Michigan's elite automotive repair shop. J&J Auto offers complete collision repair and mechanical repair. Stop by on Wademan Road or call them today at 989-644-8908. J&J Auto, proud supporters of high school student athletes.
Bryant Family Farms would like to wish everyone good luck on the field and on the court. Bryant Family Farms offers maple syrup, mums, pumpkins, beef, goats, and fresh cut flowers. With you pick, bouquet arrangements, and subscription flowers. Bryant Family Farms, 3.5 miles south of the casino on South Leeton Road. Visit BryantFF.com or call 989-304-1201. JJ Painting. When you need professional work and exceptional customer service, know that JJ Painting are Mid-Michigan's painting professionals. Residential, commercial, exterior, interior, JJ Painting transforms any space with precision and expert craftsmanship. Call JJ Painting today at 989-577-5600 or visit JJ Painting on Facebook to schedule an appointment. 30 years ago, November 25th, 1994, the Aggies win their first state title. So many things have changed since 1994. One thing that has not changed, Beal City Aggie football.
The handoff up the middle for Jane. He's looking for room. Nowhere to go. Great job by the Beal City defensive front.
Since 1994, the Aggies have played 97 playoff games, won 16 district titles, and last week won an absolute war at Iron Mountain for their 15th regional championship.
Final play of the first half here. They're going to try and sneak it in. He's not going to get in. He's going to be stood up at the line of scrimmage. Go long, going up, is intercepted! Block came up with it! Smith wants to throw again. Caught by Zucker on the beautiful float pass from Kyler Smith, and Zucker is gone! Drew Block gets in of a big hole up the middle! A hole so big, you can drive a Clark Modular home through it, and he is gone! Drew Block, 45 yards!
Over 600 schools started playing football in August. Just over 30 have earned the right to put on their helmet one more time, hoping to be able to make those dreams come true, to put it on one last time and play for the biggest prize in high school sports, a football state championship. 30 years ago, Beal City won its first state title. Fast forward 15 years, 2009, the Aggies win their second state title. Fast forward 15 years, 2024. The Aggies, one win, 4 quarters, 48 minutes away from the opportunity to win their school, family, town, and team their third state championship.
Welcome back into the Gates Drilling and Service halftime report. It is just now 24 minutes and 2 quarters that separate this Beal City Aggie team from a chance to walk onto Ford Field to win their team, their town, another state championship, the third. In Fowler, a tradition just as rich as Beal City, I believe they've won 4 state championships since 1990. Yeah, a really, really strong Fowler program. You're talking about 2 of the top small school football programs in the state battling it out here at Ithaca High School for the right to play at Ford Field next Friday. Going to send it off to one more break here in our Gates Drilling and Service halftime report. When we come back, we'll be ready for the second half. Beal City leads Fowler 10-8 in the D8 state semifinals here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
The Bird in downtown Mount Pleasant, open every day but Sunday for lunch and dinner. Delicious pizza, the world-famous Bird Burger, handcrafted, fresh-baked subs, many apps, and much more. There's something for everyone at The Bird in downtown Mount Pleasant, where friends gather like family. The Bird, supporting high school sports in mid-Michigan for nearly 100 years. Mount Pleasant Heating and Air Conditioning has been family-owned and serving mid-Michigan since 1962. They're dedicated to providing the best possible solution for your home or business. Mount Pleasant Heating and Air Conditioning is locally owned and supports our local community. For all of your heating and air conditioning needs, call Mount Pleasant Heating and Air Conditioning at 989-772-2881. For over 4 decades, ENS Graphics has delivered confidence, trust, and peace of mind by providing their customers with expert service and using state-of-the-art technology. We all know in sports, what's on the inside counts the most. But when it comes to your business, school, organization, what's on the outside does matter. If your business needs anything printed, ENS Graphics can do it. If you want your club, team, organization to look good, ENS can help with that. They take your vision and make it their mission. ENS Graphics, a proud supporter of the Mid-Michigan community and their local athletes. Visit ENS Graphics at their location down in Ithaca or visit their website at esgraphics.com. ENS Graphics, printing all things physical.
J&J Auto in Wademan is Mid-Michigan's elite automotive repair shop. J&J Auto offers complete collision repair and mechanical repair. Stop by on Wademan Road or call them today at 989-644-8908. J&J Auto, proud supporters of high school student athletes. Block Electric Company is a proud supporter of local schools and high school student athletes, learning skills in and out of the classroom to lead our communities tomorrow. Good luck to all student athletes from Block Electric, and go Aggies! Let's head back to the action on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Welcome back to it here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. We are ready for the second half of state semifinal football. Beal City leads Fowler 10-8 as we get ready to roll into half number 2. And our Aggies will start with a football with that 2-point lead on that late field goal from Mr. Kyle Martin. What a beautiful venue for this game here at Ithaca High School. And again, we don't have the rights to show you any of the game coverage, but oh boy, it is packed here at Ithaca High School. Fowler has filled the stands. Beal City has filled the stands, the track, and part of the home stands here, as I don't think there's a soul left in Beal City, Wynn, maybe even Mount Pleasant at this point. Again, I think the only place left open right now is the Beal City Village Store. 10-8 is our score heading to half number 2. Again, Beal City will start with that football. Think about the Bills' custom fabrication of the game. The Zaid Batchelder baller of the game. Number 4, Garrison Zucker, the man right now. He has a 65-yard touchdown run for Beal City, and he also came up with a late interception that allowed Beal City to kind of steal a possession from Fowler to get that late field goal. And again, charging-wise, I think we're going to be okay with our iPad. Again, this is the coldest weather we've been broadcasting a game in. Big shout-out to Brooklyn here trying to get me the charger or whatever. But if we go off the air, I will be back on the air very, very quickly on my phone, because there's no way anybody is going to miss this one. But hopefully that battery will hold us through. You know, kind of behind the scenes here, as I tell you all, with the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. And here comes the second half kickoff from Fowler. Weber Brothers Sawmill Timber of the game. I think that's something that's going to be a big factor in this second half. Which one of these offensive fronts, defensive fronts, because a lot of guys both ways, is really going to be able to step up? For Beal City, I'm talking Reese Hooks, Caleb Leonard, Drew Gross, Parker Sienkiewicz, Wyatt Wilson, Jace Faber, Nick Irvin, Hunter McDonald, and the crew out there. Throw Aaron Locke and Drew Gross in there as well. Now, a couple times of the kick getting blown off the tee of the wind. Now they're going to have somebody hold it for the kickoff here for Mr. Aaron Simon. And we are set to go. Beal City Championship football here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. The second half is underway, fielded by Eric Elias at the 26-yard line. He's going to plug ahead to the 35 before he is brought down. And that is where Beal City will start the second half with the football. They lead it 10-8. Kind of have momentum on their side right now. As Fowler got the first touchdown of the game, Beal City answered right back on a Garrison Zucker long run. And then both teams kind of stalled out, traded possessions back and forth until the interception from Zucker set Beal City up. Just over a minute remaining, I believe it was, on their last possession. 1:30 they had it at their own 37. 7 plays. Got a big pass interference on that drive as well. Allowed Martin to get down there for that go-ahead field goal. That's where we're at right now, 10-8. As Smith goes under center for the first time in the second half. Man in motion is Austin Small. Looks to get that outside edge. Drew Gross is there with the block. Small runs through a tackle. He's got first down yardage on the first play of our second half. They will move those chains, and if you're Beal City, you got the feeling you get a touchdown here. Even a touchdown without any extra point or anything will force Fowler to have to get the the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. If you score here and get the extra point, you make this a 2-possession game. Fowler has to score twice, and from what we've seen from their kicking game, they don't got a whole lot of one. Drew Block is going to be the deep back. Wing back is going to be Austin Small. And a couple tight ends out there as well on this play. Hand off to Drew Block. Nowhere for him to go. Be a short run there. So to bring up 2nd down and 9 for Beal City. And the Aggies lead it 10-8 over Fowler. The winner of this game plays in the state championship next Friday, a 9:30 start. Again, big shout to Topher Goggin for letting me know that. I was thinking 10 a.m. per usual. No, move that one up a little bit. Maybe not a bad idea with all the football state championships that happen down there this coming Thanksgiving weekend. 2 wingbacks are going to be Small and McKinney. McKinney goes in motion. They fake it to him. They hand it off to Drew Block. Not really a whole lot of running room for Drew Block that time. He's going to be stood up after a pickup of maybe 2 or 3. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 6 now for the Aggies. They're just across midfield. And what a battle it's been here today. It's been that way the last few weeks for Beal City, going up to Maple City Glen Lake, winning 21-14, going all the way to Iron Mountain, winning 14-7. This Fowler team, they've had the good fortune of playing at home. Haven't really had any close playoff games. The last victory, I believe, was 25-7 over Harbor Beach. 2 wingbacks, Small, McKinney. The deep back is Drew Block here on 3rd down. Aaron Locke lined up at wide receiver, split out to the left of Kyler Smith. They send Gatrill in motion. Now they hand it off to Small. Small's got to get the outside edge. Turns around one guy. I think he's got 1st down yardage. You hear the cheers from the far side of the field and the Aggie fans. It's a 1st down for Austin Small. His 2nd big carry here on this drive. Actually, no, they're going to say 4th down. Ooh, not a good spot on the far side of the field for Small. But I think Beal City's going to go for this, and this could turn into a really big play right here. 4th down in a couple of chain links out there. I'm really surprised they're not going to come out and measure right now. Here we go, a big 4th down play. Smith's going to go under center. Looks like we've got a timeout on the field. And I think if you're Coach Gross, you're saying, why in the world aren't we measuring things here? They're trying to get the chain fixed on the far sideline. There might be a little hitch in the giddy-up for the chain over there. And if they do need to stretch it out a little bit further, may explain why they didn't give them 1st down yardage. But waiting to see if they're going to measure this or not. If you're Beal City, you really want them to come out and measure because you could get a 1st down without having to run another play. If you are Fowler, you're saying, well, let's let this 4th down play roll. Again, officials having a long discussion on the far side of the field. Will they measure? Will they check anything? Brad Gross is kind of standing there next to him waiting for some type of explanation. Still don't see any signal here from anybody. And it doesn't look like, and there will be a timeout for the officials, and now they're going to talk to Coach Spicer from the Fowler sideline as well. 9:46 left to go, 3rd quarter. 4th down and 1 is what it shows on there. They are going to give them 1st down yardage. I think there was a little bit of a mess up with that chain over there, and so a really good job by everybody getting together and saying, hey, we might be missing a couple links over here. If that's the case, it's going to be 1st down yardage. The Aggies have now ran 4 plays. They've picked up 2 1st downs. Small with 2 big 1st down runs. Not necessarily going for long distance, but picking up important yardage. Kyler Smith going to go under center. Drew Block is the deep back. They send Zucker in motion. They're going to run it that way with him as a lead blocker. Not really anywhere for Block to go on this carry. We'll see where they spot the football. He's going to pick up maybe 3, maybe 4 there. Actually, going to back it up to 2. 2nd down and 8 coming up for Beal City. Block's going to come off for a play or 2 here. Talk about Zucker. Got the touchdown and the interception. It was kind of blocked last week. He had the big touchdown to go ahead. He had the interception against Kangas as well. Smith's going to go under center. He's got 2 wingbacks. The deep back is now Owen McKinney here on the 2nd down and 8 play. Just over 9 minutes remaining, 3rd quarter. Small gets the handoff, trying to get that edge once again. A great tackle in the backfield by Fowler, bringing down the ball carrier. And that one was Connor Katish. Now it's going to bring up 3rd down and long for Beal City. Be a 7th play of the drive coming up for the Aggies. They've already picked up 2 1st downs here. 8:45 and the clock is moving here into 3rd quarter. And our battery should be good to go. Pardon me for that camera cutting off there for a second. We're going to turn her back on. Again, I think when it's so cold out there, my camera's telling me if you're not going to use me, well, why am I still on? Shotgun look now for Kyler Smith here on this 3rd down and 8 play. He fakes the handoff. It's got to be flushed out to his right. He's going to be grabbed a hold of. Doesn't want to go down. We've got a very late flag coming in. And sacked is Kyler Smith on the play. So it is going to bring up 4th down depending on the call. If it's a hold, Fowler is going to decline it. And it will be a penalty going against Beal City, so it will be declined. And so it's going to bring up 4th down for Beal City, and we're going to most likely see them punt the football away here. Still says 3rd down over on the far sideline, but penalty is declined, so we'll see them. And they haven't moved the chains back. Now they will here. And so it's going to be 4th down and probably 15 or 16 here after the big play of the backfield. Again, Kyler Smith did everything he could to get away. He's continued to do a great job, Eli Manning style, getting away from defenders. Again, we're continuing to run into some trouble here with the camera and the battery. We're going to try and change that out real quick to make sure things stay on here for you. But again, dealing with a little bit more cold than we're used to dealing with here at Ithaca as things continue to move on. Kick is going to be fielded inside the 5-yard line. Nice couple moves by the return man out there before he is brought down. Now Spicer on the kick return there. 10-8 our score. 7:54 left to go here in our third quarter. Beal City leads Fowler, but now Fowler with a chance to answer back here. Score remains 10-8. Be 1st down and 10 for Fowler. Ball at their own 22-yard line. 7:54 left to go in this third quarter. Big defensive stand here for Beal City. You got a feeling would just go a long way in this one. Handoff here to the near side. Ball carrier look for some running room. He's going to be brought down after a gain of 6 or 7. So solid pickup on 1st down there for the Fowler Eagles. Again, stay with me here as we try and get a new battery here in this camera to get things rolling here for you. It tells me I got 300 some odd minutes, but we just ain't quite going here. But do everything you can to bring you the best coverage here. If we got the scoreboard up, we got the scoreboard up. If we can't have the scoreboard up, well, you're still going to be able to listen to this cat bring you this great coverage with Beal City taking on Fowler. Here's a pitch to the far side, trying to find some room. Is Kinishnik. He's going to be hit hard, but still picked up solid yardage. But I tell you what, he is getting up slow on that one as he got absolutely leveled out there. J&J Auto Collision Report. I believe that was Wyatt Wilson coming up with a tackle on that one, and it was a big tackle out there for Wilson to bring down Kinishnik, but it is 1st down yardage for the Fowler Eagles. So if you're Fowler, you're pretty happy with the way this possession has started off. Start at your own 22, now moved out to 43, and again, trying to get that camera back going for the scoreboard. I believe that's 2 plays, 2 first downs. They send Kinishnik in motion. They fake it to him. Now it's a quarterback run for Halfman. He's going to be tackled by Drew Gross after a short gain on the play. Actually, he's going to get a really good spot on the far side of the field, make it 2nd down and 5 after Gross brings him down, or even 4. This next play, we may already be halfway through the third quarter, as Beal City had a couple big Austin Small 1st down runs to move the football a bit, but then stalled out. Now here comes Fowler after the nice punt return, set up in decent position. 4 guys in the backfield running formation. Nice job turning it back inside by Drew Block, and then he brings down the ball carrier as well. That's going to be a gain of maybe 1. This will bring up 3rd down, and actually you're going to give him no gain. It will remain 4 yards to go for the 1st down. Now 3rd down. Fowler getting the play. It's actually not Halfman going to the sideline for the play, but a player coming in from the sideline. It's going to give the play to Halfman, and he'll call it out to the team. 3rd down and 4. Ball just inside the Fowler 50 on their own side of the field. Probably not 4-down territory here. It's going to be a pitch to Kinishnik. He looks to turn it inside. He's got 1st down yardage before he is brought down by Drake Gatrill. Touchdown saving tackle from Gatrill, but it's another 1st down for Fowler as they're plugging along here on this drive that started at their own 22. I believe this is the 6th play of the drive coming up. They've picked up 3 first downs. 5:24 remaining in the third quarter. State semifinal football. Beal City leads Fowler 10-8, but Fowler is a driving right now. Need a little J&J Auto Collision Report brought to you by our friends at J&J Auto here at this point. going to be a run all the way for the quarterback, Halfman, and there is that collision report in the backfield to bring down the ball carriers, Wyatt Wilson. That's going to be no gain. Maybe, well, actually, they're going to give him a decent spot on the far side of a yard or two. Good job by Halfman there, falling forward for extra yardage. And if you're Fowler, you come into this game at 12-0. You expect to win. I think it's the first time in a long time. I'd have to go back and look that they bested Pewamo, Westphalia. And you've heard me talk about the stats of how good Beal City football is. Fowler, they are right there. The only team that Fowler's played more than 10 times that they have a losing record against is that aforementioned Pewamo, and it's 29-30. They're just one game out from having it be 500. Run all the way for Halfman up the middle this time. He's going to be blasted out there, but it's going to be very close to first down yardage. I actually think they are going to give him first down yardage on the play. Waiting to see the official with the actual call there. It will be a first down, the fourth, I believe, of this drive for the Fowler Eagles as they continue to march it downfield, and that clock continues to churn. This next snap will take place. About 4 minutes left in our third quarter. What a battle it has been. Beal City currently leads it 10-8, but Fowler looking to drive it here. They fake the pitch. It's a run up the middle for Halfman. Wilson there on the tackle. We'll have the ninth play of the drive coming up here for for Fowler. It's going to bring up second down and 9. They're just outside the 30-yard line. Definitely 4-down territory here for the Eagles of Fowler. If you're Beal City, kind of know that at this point. The Aggie defenders, you think we got to hold them. 9 yards, 3 plays. Send a man in motion. They're going to pitch it to him. Knishnek looks to get that outside edge. He doesn't get it. Hunter McDonald, Owen McKinney bringing him down. A nice job by McDonald giving chase from his defensive line position. Now 3rd down and 6. 1 or 2 monster plays coming up here in this ball game. Fowler's going to go for it on 4th down in this situation. If you're Beal City, you get the stop. You're going to be in prime position. Put together a nice drive, get in the end zone. Again, Beal City with a touchdown and a field goal makes this a 9-point game. 2 scores that Fowler would need. Handoff up the middle, continuing to keep the legs churning is the running back. That's Knishnek. He's going to pick up solid yardage. It won't be a first down. I don't know. They are going to move the sticks for him. Woo! Woo! I guess you go back to moments ago at the beginning of this first half with Beal City and the little, hang on, is it a first down? They kind of give them the first down on this one. Said if there's a couple chain links missing, tangled up over there, yeah, you're going to give them that little extra yardage. First down and 10 now for Fowler. This is the 11th play of the drive. Full backfield, 1 running back, 1 quarterback, kind of 2 up men. It's going to be run all the way for Halfman up the middle. He's going to pick up a yard of maybe 1 or 2. And right now, Beal City's saying the football came out. Garrison Zucker is pointing that it's Beal City football, but I'm not seeing any signals from the officials. 2nd down, I do now see. And this third quarter is a moving. Beal City got it, ran 7 plays, picked up a couple first downs. They ultimately had to punt it away. Fowler started its own 22 with 7:54 left to go. There's now less than 1:54 left to go on the clock here. Coming in with the play for Fowler is going to be Ben Cohagen. Haven't really seen him get the football. Fowler's capable of throwing it, but with the athletic defensive backs of Beal City, looks like the Eagles want to keep the ball on the ground as much as they can. Handoff up the middle. Not really a whole lot of room for the ball carrier. We have the 13th play of the drive coming up. It's going to be 3rd down and 7 for Fowler. They've got 2 plays to pick up 7 yards here. If you're Beal City, you know that's exactly what they are thinking as well. Clock continues to churn. Spicer is back in with the play for Halfman. Again, you just see the quarterback trotting back and forth. That's not the case with Fowler. You got the substitution that might be coming into the game or somebody else trotting that play into Halfman. And Halfman, again, keeping those hands in that warmer behind his back as long as he can. 3rd down and 6, and jumping offside is Beal City. That's going to be a free 5 yards for Fowler, and that's big time on 3rd down and 6. But a guy like Reese Hooks, the aggressiveness that he shows from his defensive line position. You always want him to be ready to charge off the line, but a good job by Halfman and the crew there to make it 3rd down and inches here. Coming back in with the play of Spicer. Under 40 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. Fowler knows they have to take advantage of this possession. 3rd down and inches. They got 2 plays to pick up about 6 inches or so. Beal City looking for that push. Konishnek gets it. He's got it. He's going to get into the end zone for a touchdown on the 13th play of the drive. Big time run there from Konishnek. Beal City's done a good job bottling him up since that first drive, but he found an opening there and was able to get into the end zone for a touchdown. Fowler goes up 14-10 with 20 seconds remaining in our 3rd quarter, and I believe they're going to come out and go for 2 here. Tell him to start running the clock now. And it looks like having to come off for a play is Halfman. Maybe he lost his helmet on that last play. But no starting quarterback out there. 14-10 our score as Fowler looks to go for 2 here. And that's a big deal if you get it. It will force Beal City to have to make the extra point to take the lead. Looking to run a reverse here. They've got the outside, turning it inside. Cohagen's got it for the 2-point conversion. The 2-point is good and makes our score 16-10. Fowler with the lead. Just 20 seconds remaining in our 3rd quarter. So we'll keep the broadcast right here as we get ready to head to the 4th quarter in just a few seconds. Again, so much thanks to go out to all of our great sponsors. Mount Pleasant Public Schools are hiring bus drivers right now. They also need subs and parapros. I'm getting my stuff finally finished up. You've heard me talking about it for months that I'm going to be a substitute teacher out there. Watch out, kids. Yeah, it might get a little scary, but I'm finally getting that stuff filled out, and I'm telling you, it's not a bad way to kind of make your own schedule. Maybe you got a part-time job out there. You're looking for something else. A lot of substitute teachers are needed at our local schools, and it's a great way to those kids keep you young. I'll just say that. A great way to stay involved with them. 20 seconds left to go in our 3rd quarter. Beal City coming out ready to return the kick. Back deep is Mr. Owen McKinney and Mr. Drew Block. Lined up about 5 yards in front of them is Eric Elias. As they don't have the deepest kicking game here. And again, the wind will blow the football off of the tee, and we'll have to do it again. 16-10 our score here at a breezy Ithaca High School. And I'm thinking we got enough battery on the iPad to stay on the air as long as we need to. But I'll say it again, as I said a few times. If I do go off the air on this feed, stick with the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. I'll be back on the air in 30 seconds or less on my phone. But we should be good to go through the end of this one. Elias trying to find an opening. He's got one out to the 39-yard line. That is where he is brought down. So Fowler went up 8-0. Beal City answered right back with an 8-7 touchdown. And then we had 5 drives go without another point. Then it was the late Kyle Martin field goal to make it 10-7 at the half. Beal City got the ball to start the 3rd quarter. Had a nice drive, couple big runs from Austin Small, but eventually stalled out. Then 78 yards. Konishnek takes it in for the touchdown. The 2-point is good as well. Fowler up 16-10, 14 seconds left to go in our 3rd quarter. Handoff to Drew Block. Gets away from the initial attack. Does a good job picking up 4 or 5 yards where it probably should have been 1, maybe 0, maybe a loss. That'll bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter. It is a 1-score game as we head to the 4th quarter. Beal City down 6. Looking to earn the right to go to Ford Field and win Beal City their 3rd state title. Got a little bit of ground to make up. We'll be back with more action right after this on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Mumford Oil and Gas Supply is your one-stop shop for top quality products and procurement in the Michigan oil and gas industry. With over 45 years of experience and a strong commitment to customer satisfaction, Mumford Oil and Gas Supply delivers the best solutions for your oil and gas production, drilling, and service needs. If you need it, Mumford Oil and Gas Supply can get it. Visit them on Fancher today or give them a call at 989-317-8582.
Hey, Rowan, want to toss the ball around?
No, thanks.
A quick game of chess?
Maybe later.
Want me to teach you to ride a bike?
Papa, we did all that when I was little.
I guess you're right. Marbury Laws kept me so busy, time has just flown by.
There is one thing, though. You got any cookies?
Thought you'd never ask.
Let's head back to the action on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Welcome back inside the Mid-Michigan Sports Network at our Marbury Law Studios, built by our friends at Konwinski Construction. Again, hopefully our Bird All-American Grill post-game show is coming to you down on the field as the Aggies trail 16-10 to start the fourth quarter. Kyler Smith dropping back, looking to throw. He's going to launch it over the middle. It's going to be intercepted by Fowler. Intercepted by Fowler. Coming up with the INT is going to be Ben Cohagen. A big play there for Fowler to come up with the INT on the second play of the drive. They take over near midfield, and they got the lead here in the fourth quarter, and they've got the football at their own 40-yard line. All the momentum right now on the side of the navy blue and white, not the royal blue and white. Beal City needs to come up with a big-time stop here on defense. In the gun is Halfman. He's got the two upbacks lined up in front of him to his right. One of them is the aforementioned Cohagen. It's Knishnek lined up in the backfield. Knishnek gets the handoff. He's got to turn inside right away. Nowhere for him to go. Nick Irvin, Hunter McDonald, Drake Gatrell all in on that tackle. And if you're Beal City, there's still a lot of time left in this game, but you get the feeling you need to make this stop here. You go back to Fowler's last touchdown drive. They got it with 7:54 left to go in the third. Put it into the end zone. Two-point conversion was good. Just 20 seconds left in that third quarter when Beal City got it back. Now they have the clock on their side here in the fourth quarter. The 16-10 lead. Second down and 10 for Fowler. In the gun is Halfman. Lined up to his left is Knishnek. Handed off, looking to get that outside edge is Cohagen. Drew block just blows up the would-be block, and then coming in, laying the lumber is Kyle Martin. Talk about our Weber Brothers Sawmill Timber of the game and our J&J Auto Collision Report. Martin laying the lumber out there, and he's the guy who's been battling a bit of injuries, but you would never, ever know it. One of the absolute toughest kids there are. Mr. Kyle Martin making a big play there, and right now the Beal City defense is pumping up the crowd for this monster third down and 6 play. Shotgun look for Halfman. Sends the man in motion. They pitch it to Knishnek. He looks to get that edge. He's going to be brought down before he picks up the first down, but it's going to bring up fourth down and manageable if you want, if you're Fowler. But I imagine we're going to see the Eagles punt the football away here. So big-time defensive stand from Beal City. Or does Fowler get really gutsy here and go for it here on this fourth down and 2? If you're Fowler, there's part of you that feels like, if we pick this up, I mean, we're not going to win the state championship, but oh boy, it's going to go a long way. And if you're Beal City, you get the stop. And this momentum is back wearing the white and royal blue. They will line up to go for it. Halfman calms down the Fowler crowd. They listen to him like Peyton Manning back in the day. Fourth down and 2 snap. Running it up the middle is going to be the quarterback, and he's got it. First down yardage for the quarterback, Halfman on the carry. Now Fowler's going to be able to run some more clock here. We do have a player down for Fowler. The injured player is Trevor Spicer, who's been a big factor in this game. Spicer's been lined up in the backfield a lot as kind of one of those up men. Now, as I kind of get to reset things for you here, that formation I've been talking about with the two up men, you got the quarterback in the gun. The running back is lined up to the left or to the right. But right in front of the quarterback, right behind the guard, there's another guy. And then you got a wing back out there as well. They've had a couple counter plays to the wingman, but for the most part, they've just been blockers out there. Shotgun look here on first down and 10. Halfman fakes a couple snaps. Now he hands it off to the running back, Knishnek. Turns the corner. He's going to be leveled hard, but he picked up solid yardage there on that play. We have the 6th play of the drive coming up for Fowler. And that big fourth down pickup moments ago. Again, if you're the Eagles, you look up at that clock, 8:45, and a moving. You start to think about, Do we even have to give Beal City the football back? Let's take as much time off on every single play that we can as Halfman is back in the gun. Lined up to his right is the big running back, Knishnek. I shouldn't say the big running back, the great running back. He's going to be hit hard right away by McKinney. Does a great job of falling forward for just that extra yard, maybe half yard. It's going to make it 3rd down, and it says 5 on the scoreboard. I'm going to call it 4 here from what I'm seeing on the field. Under 8 minutes remaining. Well, 8 minutes remaining right now in the 4th quarter. 3rd down and 3. Beal City trails Fowler 16-10. Needs a big defensive stop here. Winner of this game goes to Ford Field next Friday morning. They pitch it to Knishnek. He looks to get that outside edge. He's going to be brought down. It's going to be very, very close. They have 4th down marked on the far side of the field. It will be 4th down again. We just saw Fowler go for it and convert moments ago. 4th and 1, maybe even a half yard there. Somebody from Beal City is going to need to make a big-time play here and get into the backfield if they want to come up with the stop on this 4th down and 1 play. This would not be a bad spot for Fowler to call a timeout. The play is coming in a bit slow from the quarterback, Halfman. Probably going to have to run up and get things going pretty quick here. They are counting things down on the clock, and we do have a timeout coming from head coach Spicer, and that is a really good one there because you get a delay of game on this 4th down and 1, and woo, that's just a big-time mistake there. So a great coaching decision to call that timeout. There's 7:01 left to go in our 4th quarter. Fowler leads Beal City 16-10 here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. Talk about that Zaid Batchelder baller of the game, the Weber Brothers Sawmill timber of the game, our Bill's Custom Fab fabrication of the game. Right now, Mr. Zucker kind of has himself penciled in for a whole lot of that. We've had some great plays out there defensively, I guess, as well as I'm talking about the timber of the game from Drew Block and some others. But Garrison Zucker right now has a 65-yard touchdown run that got the Aggies on the board after they went down 8-0 to Fowler. It was 8-7. Boom, just like that after that touchdown run. And then he also had the INT late in the first half that set up Kyle Martin for the go-ahead field goal at the end of the first half to make it 10-8 Beal City. Fowler came out and scored in the 3rd quarter on their first drive on a 7-minute and 34-second 13-play drive. Now here comes 4th down and 1. The ball at the Beal City 40. Halfman is lined up in the gun. Back there with him, Knishnek, and then you've got those 2 upbacks out there as well. Trying to get Beal City to jump offside here. Beal City's not going to go for it. Now Fowler kind of looks to the sideline for the play, and we're going to have another timeout coming from Fowler. And so Fowler burns 2 of their timeouts here, which is kind of an iffy decision if you think about going forward with how close this game currently is right now. You don't save any of those timeouts. We saw how much that cost Iron Mountain last week. Now Fowler uses 2 timeouts here on this play for 4th down and 1. Again, you try and get them to jump off sides. A lot of times in that situation, if you're not going to go for it, you take that 5-yard penalty. Now they call the timeout, so I wouldn't be surprised to see Fowler go for it here as well. Again, just a beautiful day here at Ithaca High School. Absolutely packed here on the Fowler side. Absolutely packed over on packed on the Beal City side. The Ithaca track is full of blue and white right now. Folks out there in their extra layers, they've got the blankets out cheering on the Aggies, and the navy blue and white here cheering on Fowler. What a venue. Shout out to Terry Hesbrook, Jordan Hesbrook, getting things set up here. I believe Terry is someplace much warmer than here, and he much deserves that. Congratulations to him and just being able to get away for a little bit. Here comes the 4th down and 1 play. Halfman in the gun. He's going to pitch it to Knishnek. Let's get that outside. Zucker trips him up. Zucker trips him up. We're going to see on the spot here. We're going to see on the spot, but I believe it is going to be Beal City football waiting to see where the spot is. It is Aggie football. It is Aggie football. Zucker with the 4th down stop. Oh, my, Garrison Zucker. What an unbelievable afternoon for that young man, and it's going to be a turnover on downs. Beal City has it back. They trail 16-10. There's 6:58 left to go in our ball game. They've got it at their own 40-yard line. Woo, boy, what a play from Garrison Zucker. Talk about the Beal's Custom fabrication of the game and the Weber Brothers sawmill of the game. Zucker just absolutely chopped him down on that run right there. Going under center is Kyler Smith. Hand it off, looking to get the near side here is Austin Small. He does a good job fighting forward for a bit of extra yardage, but it's not going to be a whole lot there. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 8 for Beal City. And with the way the clock has moved in the second half, this isn't it, but it's getting there if you're Beal City. Kyler Smith running in from the sideline with the play. Sikevich, Leonard, Gross, Faber, Wilson doing a great job on that offensive line. Split out wide, it's Locke and Gatrell. The wingbacks are Zucker and McKinney. Drew Block lined up next to Kyler Smith in the gun. Smith wants to throw, zings it to the far side of the field. It's caught by Gatrell. He breaks one tackle, looks to get away from another man, stays on his feet till he gets inside the 40-yard line. A big pitch and catch from Smith to Gatrell. And here we go. What else would you expect in the state semifinals other than anything like this? 1st down and 10 for Beal City inside the Fowler 40-yard line. We are now halfway through our 4th quarter. Locke, Gatrell, split out wide. In the gun is Kyler Smith. He's got 2 wingbacks to his right. It's Zucker and Block. They're going to send McKinney in motion that way, and he gets the handoff. Barrels over a tackler before he goes out of bounds after a solid 5 yards on 1st down. Aaron Locke now pumping up the crowd as Beal City can start to sense that they have momentum on their side, but they still have 32 yards to go before they get into the end zone. And after that, there's still an all-important extra point that could put Beal City up by 1. Again, our score is 16-10. Beal City has a touchdown and a field goal. Fowler has 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions. Smith in the gun. Sends Zucker in motion. He gets the handoff. Reese hooks with a nice lead block out there. Allows Zucker to kind of jump over a tackle before he's hit yard. It's going to be very close to 1st down yardage. And they will give him the 1st down. Garrison Zucker has had some of the biggest plays in this ball game, and he continues to make them with that 1st down run right there. And the clock continues to move. $5:15 left to go, 4th quarter. Empty backfield with 3 wingbacks once again for Kyler Smith. They hand it off to McKinney. Out there with a lead block is Wes Wilson. McKinney turns it inside. A nice tackle from Knishnek, but it's going to be a solid gain on 1st down for McKinney once again. 2nd down and 4, we'll call it. The clock continues to move. 4:53, 4:52, 4:50 left to go in the 4th quarter. Fowler still leads it, 16-10. But Beal City on the move, just outside of the red zone. Gatrell, Locke lined up at wide receiver. Deep back is Drew Block. 2 wingbacks are Zucker and McKinney. McKinney goes in motion. They fake it to him. They go to Block. He's hit right away in the backfield. He's hit right away in the backfield. That's going to bring up 3rd down and long. If you are Fowler, this is the first time you've kind of been in an advantageous position on this drive. If you're Beal City, definitely 4 down territory with just over 4 minutes left, and I'm going to start to say regulation. Shotgun look for McKinney. 2 wingbacks to his left are Block and McKinney, or shotgun look for Smith. They send McKinney in motion. He gets the handoff, looking to get that near side, gets through 1 man, jukes the guy out of the shoes. Touchdown! O.N. McKinney! 16-16. We are tied up as Beal City goes 60 yards in just over 3 minutes to tie the game, and now are an extra point away from taking the lead. What a drive from Beal City. They get the turnover on downs on the big 4th down stop from Garrison Zucker. Then it's Smith to Gatrell for a big play. A big 1st down run for Zucker. And then the senior, McKinney, with the touchdown run. And here we go. Kyle Martin out there for the extra point. Smith on the hold. Decent snap. The kick is up. It's good! Beal City goes up 17-16. We have got 3:49 left to go in our football game. We're going to hear from our friends at Woods Household and Weber Brothers Sawmill. When we come back, we'll see if the Aggies can hold on and move to Ford Field next week. What a battle it has been. Time for a break here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Value is not just a price. When you buy something for your home, it's an investment. Knowing that you're getting a great deal and service after the sale is priceless. At Woods Household, we only carry quality products for your home at competitive prices. Furniture that is attractive and durable. Comfortable mattresses that last for years. Flooring that stands up to wear and tear. These are all products that last by trusted name brands like FlexSteel, Serta, Whirlpool, and many more. So shop the Woods way.
Weber Brothers Sawmill has been in the sawmill and logging business since 1950. Weber Brothers Sawmill buys standing timber and logs all over central and northern Michigan with National Hardwood Lumber Association certification. You can be assured of a professional job, from the marking and cruising of your woods through the harvest. Weber Brothers Sawmill is a proud supporter of our local high school student athletes.
Let's head back to the action on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Oh, baby. 17-16. Beal City leads Fowler. 2 touchdowns and a field goal. Fowler, 2 touchdowns, 2 extra points. That is how we got here. There is 3:49 left to go. Line drive kick is going to be fielded at the 15-yard line by Cohagen. He's going to be brought down at the 25-yard line. Again, Fowler, they already used 2 of their timeouts just a little bit ago. Probably love to have them back in the bank now. 3:43 left. Fowler will have it at their own 27-yard line. And we play at our break for the Bird All-American Grill postgame show. My hope is to be down on the field for the Bird All-American Grill postgame show. But the Aggies got to hang on for 3:43. Run all the way for Halfman up the middle. He's got a decent gain out to the 35-yard line. But that does get that clock moving. And that's something we haven't seen a whole lot as well from the Eagles, as the type of hurry-up offense. But they do just line up in the huddle very quickly, and they're ready to go. 4 wide receivers this time. In the backfield with the quarterback is Trevor Spicer. It's going to be a run all the way for Halfman. Does a good job spinning out of a couple tackles. Gets out to the 45-yard line, and he's got 1st down yardage there for Fowler. You know this 12-0 Eagles team is not going to go anywhere. Clock stops for a moment as they pick up the 1st down. As soon as the chains are set, it will keep rolling. Again, Beal City still has 3 timeouts in the bag. Fowler, just 1. Shotgun look, 4 wide for the quarterback, Halfman. Spicer in the backfield. Trevor Spicer in the backfield. Throw it out to the far sideline. Incomplete. That throw was pretty far off that time. Trying to time out the out route there with the wide receiver on the far side of the field. They were looking for Aaron Simon, but there was just nowhere to go. Just got a feeling if Fowler's going to get this one, it's going to be that running back, Knishnak, that's been making big plays all game long for Beal City. You need to continue to try and bottle up number 9, 2:51 left in regulation. I guess I'll say in the game now, because 17-16, this game's going to end in regulation one way or the other as Halfman pours it up the middle. Big tackle out there from Mr. Hunter McDonald. The sophomore continues to just make big play after big play on this playoff run. It's now 3rd and 7 for Fowler, and Beal City can sense it. They're 2 plays away from making the stops they need to have a chance to walk onto Ford Field to win their team and their town, their school, a state title. 3 wide to the left for the quarterback, Halfman. He's rolling that way. He wants to throw. He zings it out there. It's incomplete. Incomplete. Might have been tipped by Gatrell. It was also off the receiver's hands. Here we go. 4th down and 7. The ball game on the line right now. If you are Coach Spicer, you're calling your best play here. Coming back in with the play is Halfman. 4th down and 7. The season on the line for the undefeated Eagles. Guess they could potentially get the ball back, but again, you look at those timeouts being taken off the board. It's a big deal. Shotgun look for Halfman. Got a timeout on the field. This one coming from Beal City. I like that from Coach Gross. So make sure everybody's on the same page here for this 4th down play. They come out 4 wide. No, there's still going to be a threat to run the football and pick up those 7 yards. If I'm the coaches from Fowler, the ball staying in the hands of Halfman, and he's looking for Knishnak. Those are the 2 guys, number 3, number 9, that have made it happen today for Fowler. But then again, you think about this Aggie squad, there's been so many guys making defensive plays out there, but the 2 biggest defensive plays, probably the biggest offensive play, have all been made by Mr. Garrison Zucker. He had the first touchdown of the game for the Aggies. He had the interception close to the half that allowed them to get that late field goal, and then he had a monster 4th down stop as Fowler was trying to run out the clock. It gave the Aggies the ball back at their own 40 with 6:58 left to go in the ball game. A big connection from Kyler Smith to Drake Gatrell, set him up. And then it was a big Zucker first down run before McKinney took it into the end zone for the touchdown. Kyle Martin with the extra point. 17-16. Here we go! 4th down and 7 for Fowler. Line up in the gun is Halfman. He's rolling to his right. Hunter McDonald giving chase. He's rolling. He throws it. It's going to be incomplete. McKinney broke it up. Owen McKinney broke it up. Big time play from McKinney. McKinney with the breakup. It's a turnover on downs. The Aggies have it back. 2 minutes away, essentially 1 first down away from heading back to Ford Field. Woo! What a game this has been. But if you're Fowler, you start to try and rip that ball out. Things are not necessarily over if you are Beal City. Still 2 timeouts left for Beal City. Still 1 timeout left for Fowler. I imagine we will see them use it here after this first down play. What a game it's been from Beal City, and the Aggies want to take some time so they can talk about this as well. But we have all of our in-game breaks in. As I told you, I've already played our post-game break. There's still a lot to be decided, but my hopes and dreams are to be down on the field with this Beal City Aggie team. And I just got another message from Topher Goggin. He said, I think it's Hoffman, not Halfman. And Topher, you might be right. I had a friend in high school, Hillary Halfman, so I'm just kind of going off of that. I figured Shepard Fowler, not too far, maybe related or something like that. But Hoffman, Halfman, he has been unbelievable today for Fowler. But right now, it's all about the Beal City Aggies. They have it. 1st down and 10 near midfield. They are 1 first down away from wrapping this one up. That's their own 46 as I double-check things here. 2:09 left to go. Here come the Aggies. Aaron Locke lined up at wide receiver. Drew Block is the deep back. You've got McKinney. You have got Austin Small as your 2 wingbacks. Drake Gatrell also out there at tight end. Man in motion is McKinney. They hand it off to Drew Block. Block pours it up the middle. Not really a whole lot of room for the senior running back there. And we'll see if we see the final timeout coming from Fowler. We do not. They're going to let it run right now. Stalin with the tackle. It's 2nd down and 7. Not a bad spot out there for McKinney. Again, the Aggies pick up the first down here. That'll do it. That'll do it. Really taking the time, getting the play now, are Beal City, and you cannot blame them as they've got the big lead here. Clock continues to move. 1:25 left to go. Smith sends a man in motion. Getting the handoff is Zucker. Zucker's got to get the outside edge. He's got it. Now spins down and falls down. That'll do it. Of course, it's Garrison Zucker with the big run for the first down. And now the Aggies can take a couple knees and know they are going to Ford Field. Garrison Zucker with yet another big play on this afternoon Mr. Zucker has been unbelievable. Again, he is one of those 5 youngsters that had a parent who was a part of that 1994 state championship team for Beal City. Again, 30 years ago, Beal City wins their first state championship. 15 years later, they win their second state championship. And guess where we are now? Another 15 years later. There is the knee for Beal City. There will not be any timeouts coming from Fowler. That is going to do it. One more knee from Mr. Kyler Smith. What a game this was. Beal City has now won their last 3 games by 1 possession. 21-14, 14-7, and now 17-16. As the final seconds count down again, I'm going to end this broadcast here, but don't worry, I'm headed down to the field on Facebook, ladies and gentlemen, a little selfie style with our Beal City Aggie state finalists. Our final, 17-16. Your Bird All-American Girl postgame show coming up down on the field with our state finalists, Beal City Aggies. Coming right up, the Bird All-American Girl postgame show. Facebook Live, a new